All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Hey, it's Wiglet. He's the first comment in the stream. Welcome to the late night Tuesday stream. Tuesday night, one of the slower nights of the week. We are streaming in vertical. We're going to see how that goes. We're starting off with a very ugly thumbnail showing a lot of slabs. I don't have a cooler thumbnail strategy. You know, I've been thinking about going to every rip and ship I can find and buying a couple packs from them and just going out and seeing what everyone else is doing. Let's see. Tonight we're going to say Vertical Tuesday. It's going to be hot slabs, new Black Bolt Korean, Gym Heroes break, and I'm gonna say Vertical Tuesday. Nah, I'm going to say live card shop. I shouldn't have to announce that it's a vertical stream. It should be obvious when you join. Hot slabs, new Black Bolt Korean, Gym Heroes break. Okay, cool. Keep it simple. Let's head over here. So, time to ping. All right, we're going to say add here. We're going live for Vertical Tuesday night. Okay. Right. Well, I was working a lot today. I was getting lots and lots and lots of work done. All right. Okay, let me throw this away. I'm going to toss this. Let's see. We have an Eric Rodriguez asking to get a refund. Eric Rodriguez. I think I better look him up. Let's find out why he's requesting that. Okay, give me a minute. Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, another vertical. It's Vertical Tuesday. Tammy, did you see the data we posted in announcements? Our Vertical Tuesday stream got virtually triple the views of the last night, Monday nighttime stream. We are getting triple the views. That's not a small thing. That is a big deal, if you did not know that. All right. So we've never tested a nighttime stream. Okay, so here goes. So this occurred at 11:09. And Eric Rodriguez says he accidentally sent me money. For $50 for Hosea, $25 for your stamps. That sounds like an accidental order. All right, let me get him refunded. That's stressful. Sending money to the wrong person on Cash App, that's stressful. All right, but he is in good hands. He will get his money back. Just had to make sure it wasn't like he didn't like his pull situation. All right, we're heading right over to CASHAPP. And then let's go into here. Wait. I want to see all the transactions. How do I see the transactions? Click. All right. Yesterday, Eric Rodriguez sent me $75 for Hosea and stamps. Okay. Okay. I think we took care of it. Yes. Eric Rodriguez got his money back. Okay. Very cool. Poor guy. He was probably freaking out. He probably thought he lost 75 bucks. I almost sent you some money yesterday. Went to your name on instinct. Ha, but I caught it. My eyes. How is everyone? Hey, what's up, Miss Strawberry? How's it going? Welcome to our late night vertical stream. I shared some data in our Discord server. The Tuesday stream, daytime stream, was in vertical, and it earned a whopping triple times the views that we normally get. And we don't consistently even stream in vertical. So that's a very interesting piece of information. Well, let me see this. Let me show you some data, guys. All right. It might just be the case that YouTube really, really, really wants you to stream in vertical. All right. Here it is. So check out these live streams. Oops. 1.9 thousand. That's the daytime stream. It was only an hour and 40 minutes long, and it got nearly 2,000 views. Now, here's last night, nearly 3-hour stream that only got 800 views. That's a big freaking deal. Oh, by the way, you guys are in a competition with the nighttime or the daytime stream. Did you know that? So I'm going to pit the nighttime and the daytime stream against each other to see who can get more likes. By the way, should be an easy knockout for nighttime stream. You know why? Because you guys, we tend to stream longer than the daytime stream. So you guys should have this in the bag. Now, here's the deal. The winner's going to get an extra giveaway, okay? So you'll get a giveaway that the other stream does not. It's just based off of whoever hits that like button more often. All right, so there you have it. Here's Gengar. Here's Squirtle. Also, if there's a consistent pattern of who hits likes more often, we're going to change the stream schedule to favor that stream. So in other words, right now, the nighttime stream receives 3 to 4 hours. If the daytime stream actually gets more likes than you guys, we're going to shift away from the nighttime stream. So we've been testing those stream times out, and the daytime does very, very well. And I've never actually streamed it for longer than 2 hours. It's always been like 2 hours or less. But, you know, if it's a deserving stream. So we'll see what happens. Hello, mister. Did you send out my cards? I paid for the shipping last week, says Jay. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's the name of the bag? The first step I would tell you, Jay, is you need to check your email for the tracking number, okay? Did you check the tracking number? 11 likes in here. Sounds like we need to spank some people. Well, we just started. There's only 32 watchers. Mr. John Fong. Oh, okay, Mr. John Fong. I feel like I recognize that. Let me jump over here to history. So, Mr. John, when I print your label, you will always have your email added to the address book, and then our software immediately sends you the tracking number to that email address. So I would go check that email. A lot of people don't seem to do that. A lot of people, or maybe it's the software doesn't work, or maybe USPS doesn't scan the label. I don't know. But let's go look up Mr. John Fong. All right. Here it is. Mr. John Fong printed, it says right here, in transit, printed on 8/13. That was 7 days ago. It's in transit. Whoa, there's a ton of packages in transit. It's, you know, it is USPS seems to be unusually slow lately. You're not the only one to experience this. Mr. LaFlame was a little worried because I shipped out a really expensive package to a friend of his, and that had still not arrived after a while. And it didn't really make sense because it was a priority mail shipment. And I looked at when they picked it up, and it's just been in transit for a long time. Priority mail is supposed to be like 4 days. So they're just taking their sweet time on it, and that's it. We don't know what's going on. Yeah, so that's USPS. We don't know why they're so bad. All right, guys, how about a fresh slab? What's this? Shining Ho-Oh. Ooh, that's beautiful. Should I have the camera here or here? It's tempting to place it like that, man. If I place it here, I have to remember that the show takes place on this corner right here. Shining Ho, beautiful card, isn't it? Sounds good. Let's get some ripping tonight. Yeah, let's get some ripping. I agree. Love this Shining Ho-Oh. I suppose this card pairs with the Shining Lugia, doesn't it? Which we have that somewhere. I bought the Lugia. I don't know where the Lugia went. Now, I can't remember. I think I graded this one myself. Here we are. Pretty sure this one was one I graded a long time ago. Go ahead and grab this. Put this in a nicer sleeve like that. So there's our Shining Ho. Now let's go find that Shining Lugia. You guys like looking at slabs? I got slabs to show off all night. I mean, I'm not kidding. We are up to our eyeballs in slabs. You have no clue. I don't show them all off. That's all. I just don't show them all off. You know, let's see. There should be a Lugia somewhere. I don't know if the Lugia is over here or if the Lugia is somewhere else. I feel like the Lugia should be over here. Nope. Maybe the Lugia is in my pile already. Let's go find him. Be right back. What do you guys think of that Shining Lugia, Shining Ho? Pretty cool stuff, huh? Okay, Lugia. Lugia is a great Pokemon. Oh, it's not over here either. Holy cow, man. I can't find my own cards. What is this? Anthony Kalura? Okay, I'll make sure that Anthony Kalura gets shipped out. Miss Alexis should be in for Wednesday. I'll be disappointed if she's not. Here, let's grab this. Put this back here. Wait, where did I pull this from? Oh my gosh, did this get pulled from this stack? I have so many slabs. There, look at that. That's nice. I got a potential slab for sale here. Crystal Nido King. I think he was being considered for He was being considered for a mega break. That's what it was, right? Because we always got to have a mega break. And I'm never sure what I want to give up. Here we are. So let me do this. Let's get this guy wide sleeve real fast. Welcome, guys. We have 38 viewers now. Welcome to our late night stream. We're streaming in vertical. It's Vertical Tuesday. All right. Mr. gives it up. Vertical returns. Can you zoom in a bit? Can I zoom in a bit? It is possible to zoom, yes. I bought my Shining Lugia PSA 10 from you back in 2021. You got one from me. I graded a whole bunch of them, and they were really hard to grade 10. That's why I remember they were just super difficult to get 10s on. But we did get some 10s because we graded so many. Okay, so I've marked this as a future mega break. Pretty cool. Let's jump over to the queue, make sure there's nobody who's waiting in the queue. Let's see. We always have a limited time together. So we have this Cash App order from Mr. Eric Rodriguez that he had accidentally sent to me. And then he got that back. That is so funny. Now we have a big order, Joshua Whipple. Let's see what's before that. So before that was Nicholas Lloyd, Tag 8 High Dragon. We took care of that. Whoa, Josh has a big order. Doing my birthday celebration a week early, here's the first part of my order. 10 Waifu Shuffles, 1 Law Break Spot, 1 Teach Break Spot. What? Here you go. Here you go. And let's go ahead and write these down. So we're going to say Joshua Whipple. Happy birthday, man. We have 2 manga breaks on the table. 2 manga breaks available. Okay, there it is. Ooh. Are they up here? Let's see. This mini break's up here. That's a 4-spot break. It's got 3 spots left. Now, I believe that the mangas will be in here. Ugh. Show the breaks. Here we go. Well, we got this break. We got this break. I think most of the breaks actually are already on the table. All right. Whew. These will tick up to 4 and 6. Cool. So Trafalgar Law is actually at a whopping 6 now. 6 out of 16. That gets them quite a bit closer. I'm going to tilt this camera a little bit this way. There you are. All right. And then let's grab these bags. Happy birthday, man. Here we are. Any PSA 10 Radiance Shinies for sale? Yeah, we got so many slabs, man. I've got a slab, like a slab hoard that I could show off and consider pricing. It's been a weird time period for Pokemon. The urge to sell cards is lower just because we don't really know where the hype train ends. But and in my opinion, there's not a lot of signs of it cracking. It seems to just be doing well. Actually, I just heard about a new record sale on Skyridge Gengar. Did you guys hear about that? $19,000. I bought that card for $4,000 from another PokeTuber. Let's see. Gengar Skyridge. Here we are. All right. And we're going to go to... There's a guy who's like... He's telling me he wants my Expedition Gengar real bad. Sort by ended recently. Okay, so this one that sold at 18.8. There was another one that sold for 19. It must have been on a different website. Who was it that posted that sale? There was somebody in my feed that posted the information for the sale. I guess I don't know. It might have been hosted on Fanatics. It might have been hosted on another website. Don't forget my 10 waifus. Absolutely not. We won't forget that. Let's get those 10 waifus. You ready? So 10 waifus in a row. That's a $200 order in here, guys. Let's see if you get lucky. I hope you get lucky. Okay, 10 waifus. Ready? So we got 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this is spot number 11 for your birthday. This only gets flipped over if these are cold, okay? Only if these are cold. If these are hot, this goes back in the box. Ready? Oh, right away, you got CGC 10 Walnut. Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like you won't be needing the bonus spot. Your birthday dreams are coming true anyways. Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Not bad. Let's see what this would have been. Oh my God, it would have been another thing, but that is all right. You, wow, that's crazy. That was a good round right there. The rule was only if you had a cold round. That was the rule. All right, let's see what you pulled. You had a hot round, in fact. So we've got Rias 10. Let's go find Rias 10. 044 Rias 10. That's crazy. People were going deep on that box the other day. Let's see. Does it say what kind of 10 it is? No. Awari, Argus, Rias. Oh, that's a big one. Let me see. Is that right? 044 Rias. That's a big one. Look at that. That's the high school DXD card. Okay. Now, Girl of Healing sign. I don't know what that is. Oh, Girl of Healing, Asia. Not bad. And then Walnut. What the hell is a walnut? CGC 10 Walnut. So this should be easy to find because it's a CGC 10, huh? I don't see any CGC 10s in here. Walnut CGC 10. Huh. There's no such thing as a CGC 10 Walnut in here. Could it have gone into the wrong box, maybe? Let's see. He got 2 chases. He got 2 of the good cards in the set. There's still a lot of big chases in there. Like, for example, the Red Hood chase card. So let's see. Walnut 058. Let's see if we can find out what the heck Walnut 058 is. I actually got, oh, it's the Master Slave Contract card. Here it is. It says a CGC 10 version of this card is $25. I'll show you. Okay, you ready? All right. And those are pieces of walnut wood next to her. Pretty funny. That's entertaining. Okay, oops. Caused the camera to crash. So, obviously I don't have that card on hand. It wasn't in the box. We could check. Well, it wouldn't be in the Poke Shuffle because that's a waifu card. Here's my bet. My bet is I intended to put it in the box, and I probably left it on the table like a total dummy. If that's a $25 card, I'm willing to cover $25 of store credit for you. Let me look one more time. I bet you I just never put it in here. Or maybe somebody bought it back out. It's not in here. CGC 10 Walnut. All right. So you have a $25 store credit because it looks like I can buy them right now for 25 bucks. So not bad, huh? So Mr. Whipple, you're getting the full value. Here it is. Okay, cool. Now you can do whatever you want with that. Wow, man. So how do you feel about that? That's pretty good. That was a $200 round. So he also took a lot of cards out of there, but he got 2 pretty solid pulls. I think that was a win overall. That was a big win. And you got that bonus 25 bucks too. We are. I have a large order as well. I have a large order as well. Oh, you're saying another large order's incoming. I think that's what you meant. Okay, cool. Mr. Joshua, the stream sponsor tonight. Holy, dude. There we go. All right. Wow. Yeah, people were going deep on those waifu shuffles yesterday. Good. Now we have an order. Whoa, it's a $500 order. So he's got a $280 order and then a $500 order. 1 box of Japanese white, 1 teach spot, 1 lost spot, 4 boxes OP12. All right, so let's read this over carefully. So 1 lost spot, 1 teach spot. Again, so you want a total of 2 spots because you're adding more in there, right? Mr. Whipple. Oh, my. Blush. Okay, well, I hope you pull them. There's those cards written up. Okay, Hey, how's it going, guys? You're in a competition with the daytime stream to have the most likes. Whoever gets the most likes is going to have a giveaway slab placed up on the table, and it'll be exclusive to that stream. You need to beat 76 likes. So they got it to 76 likes. You got to beat 76 likes. If you don't beat it, they get the giveaway card. That's how it works. Now, oops. I'll place this here. I'll move this beautiful shining hoe for the moment. We don't need to work on that. Here's Pikachu. Yeah, they did an impressive job. They got it to 76. They're pretty fervent. Feverish. Look at that guy, Trafalgar Law. He was last priced on $5.25. I wonder if he's gone down since then. I think I want to pull him down maybe. But wow, 3 slabs at a time is so weird. We're so used to having like a ton of slabs at a time. But let's get some more. Let's put some more slabs up here. So we've got Aona. Oh, this guy was 43, by the way. It's a lot prettier when it arrives and it's in your hand. The camera doesn't do these slabs justice. So a whole box of Pokemon White, huh? Let's see, White people. Is this box? Nope, that is Tag Bolt. It would be convenient if a box of Pokemon White was sitting in here, but I do not think it is, which is why we're going to stand up and get a fresh box. While I'm up, I'll get 4 boxes of the OP12 as well. All right, so give me a minute, guys. All right, here we are. There's that. And we'll place these right here. Okay, Joshua Whipple stream tonight. Ooh, neck pain. Oh. When will that neck pain go away, I wonder? All right. Where should the lighting be here? Is that the good lighting? There's lighting better here. Get that glare, you know. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ivan? What do these little side emoji things do? Side emoji things. Guys, just double tap the screen. Oh yeah, liking the screen is a double tap. So you guys will probably beat the nighttime or the daytime stream. That's because our nighttime stream lasts longer. So overall, we should have a bigger view count and more likes than the daytime. They actually have the harder battle here. All right, 1 whole box of Pokemon White. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if they fought really hard to try and win that giveaway. But the giveaway will go to whoever had the most likes. It'll start tomorrow. We are. And then when it's over, we'll just do it again. All right. Okay. The only thing I don't like about the vertical stream is that I can't go to the live and I'm on a delay. I can't go to the live. I'm not sure what that means. By the way, if you guys are wondering how to see the menu, tap the triple dots in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. That's how you pull down the description, okay? It's not too hard. Tossing this. All right, good luck. Happy Tuesday, by the way, guys. Happy Tuesday. Oh, one more thing. I want to see this real fast. Let's see. Have you been opening the new Mega Brave boxes? Yes, we have been. That's very popular, in fact. All right, here it goes. We got Samurott. Ooh. Okay. Here's... Ooh, Emboar. Look at that. Very nice. Here's Trubbish. What is your favorite Pokemon? I got a lot of Pokemon that I like. I like Pokemon that get really good artworks in general. Yeah, there's a lot of cool Pokemon. But obviously, I'm a big fan of some of the Pokemon that everybody likes. Like, for example, I always liked Gengar. Now, the annoying thing is everybody loves Gengar. So now it's not special to like Gengar. It's not like cool and edgy. It used to be cool and edgy to be like, oh, yeah, I collect Gengars, bro. That was like a cool and edgy thing Now it's not. Now it's like everyone collects Gengar. So I've probably moved on a little bit to some other top choices of mine. I like Tyranitar a lot. Here we are. Here's my little Keldeo. My little Keldeo. All right. Okay, Whimsicott. Did you ship me? I didn't get an email. Yes, I did. That's exactly what we did. We printed your label. Here we are. Weird. All right. You got printed, and so did Anthony Kalura. I don't know why it didn't say you didn't get a label. Probably because it needs to be scanned first. There we go. All right. There's the Sableye Tyranitar Tactic. That one's okay. I don't like it. I feel like the focus is actually on the Sableye. Tyranitar is just like in the background. The tag teams are cool, but yeah, that one's not a top tier card to me. There we are. All right. I have some favorite Tyranitar artworks. Here's Reshiram. It's Reshiram. Check your spam mail. I looked in spam. I got an email as soon as he printed the label. I don't like that. I don't like the way that works. Here we are. All right, we'll double check it. Miss Alexis will be shipping your package out tomorrow morning, no matter what. So, here we are. Your Victini is on the way. By the way, if you ever needed to cash out that Victini or something like that, you may be able to have me forward the card to a consigning company. For example, Z&G Emporium or something like that. That is something I helped with for Mr. LaFlame. I can do that for you guys too. Or it might be better to just have me ship it to you and then you ship it to a consigning company. Just letting you guys know that for the future. I don't know. Here we are. Grab this. One of the reasons it works so well for Mr. LaFlame is he's an international customer. And so it's much better for me to keep the cards here in America and then they get delivered for consignment that way. They never cross the border. They never get a tariffs. They never get a duties. My cat wants to play, but her claws are too sharp. Yeah, there we go. We got that little black cat that came from outside and found out how to use the doggy door downstairs. Now he just kind of stays in our house all the time. I don't blame him, though. It's 97 degrees outside, so... So, your box came with the Master Ball Lipard, a Keldeo SR, and you actually got 4 ARs, and they're not bad either. I mean, the Sawsbuck looks nice. Sigilif, I never liked this Pokemon, but he's okay. He's okay. You got the Emboar, that's pretty cool. I don't know. He's got to be like one of my least favorite starters. And you got Scraggy. He's very cute. Scraggy's good. Okay. That's Joshua Whipple. I'd rather sell myself unless you want to buy it, but you said you weren't interested. That's right. For the Victinis, I'm not super interested in them. But if you were to sell it yourself on eBay, that's probably a good idea. So, 4 boxes of Lawbreaker now. Ooh, all right. 4 boxes of Lawbreaker. He's pricey, man. He's a pricey card. And I got a couple more of those ungraded ones left over. I should probably grade those. Now, if those grade 9, I'm going to be sad. But, here we are. We'll have to see. I don't know. I did not send mine out with your guys's. I made it a note to keep them all separated on purpose. So that we could keep it unmixed. We are. Don't forget my OP12s. That's right. That's what we're doing. So we're going to put your Pokemons in the bag first so that the table is cleared of Pokemons. And then our next step is the 4 boxes of OP12. Breaking the law, breaking the law. There we are. There we go. All right. Toss this up here. Ready? Ready, Freddy? Ooh, so nice. I thought that the Victinis were a big success, and I'll be looking for opportunities to do like what we did with the Victinis again in the future. There you go. Just a break on a raw card. A really nice raw card, you know. The Victini was sort of perfect because he was a promo. He doesn't come out of a booster pack. I actually could just host it again. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in another Victini break? I feel like we hosted 3 of them, so people lost a lot of money missing them. 3 people walked away with Victinis and felt good, but almost everyone else got burned. So I feel like we pushed our limit on the last one. Remember that last one took a little while to fill. Remember that? There we go. If everyone double taps the screen now, we beat daytime stream for giveaway slab. Yeah, so it's a competition. We're going to do that from now on. Whichever group has the better likes will get the giveaway. Also, we're probably going to, if there is a pattern where one group is, let's say, liking the stream better than the other, what we're going to do is we're just going to change the way we time our streams to give the more popular stream more time, essentially. The way it's structured, daytime gets 2 hours and nighttime gets 4 hours. I could actually change that where I wake up earlier, and this would require me to go to bed sooner. So that means a shorter nighttime stream in order to wake up earlier and host a longer daytime stream. Here we are, because there's some big fans over there, and they said they would like it to be longer. Here we are. So I think it's kind of a fun thing. Here we are. All right. I just sort of always by default gave the extra time to the nighttime stream, but you know, like a democratic thing. You guys get to vote. Think of it like a vote. There we go. I'll win another Victini. Man, if you did, that'd be nuts. Here we are. That would be nuts. And then if it graded 10 again. I like the long nights. Here we are. Do you? Nice. Here's this. Here's this. Here's an SP. Okay, we got an SP. Here's this. Here's a holo. This looks odd on my laptop. I know. I'm still the same old guy, though. Trust me. I'll still call your names out wrong, and I'll still open the wrong booster packs. Still me. Here's holy mommy. Okay. All right. Better on mobile. Just do a split 3-hour day, 3-hour night. Yeah, well, currently we don't do that. Currently we do a 2-hour day and a 4-hour night, so nighttime gets more time. We could make it a 3-hour day, 3-hour night thing. There we go. That would mean reducing nighttime stream, but we're not going to consider that unless the numbers show up to prove that that would be viable. We are. Ooh. All right. The vertical streams have been a humongous success. I don't know if you guys knew that. Looking at the data, the vertical streams pull in almost triple the number of viewers. It doesn't look like it. Our consecutive viewers right now is 84, right? So it doesn't look like a lot, but it is, because what's going on is they're joining, and then a little bit later they're leaving. But so overall, the total number of views is way higher. We are. That was me. No hollows, just hits. All right, sounds good. Dropping the hollows. That's a nice thing. We are. Toss these over here. Sarah likes to do that too. I just leave them in the bulk. Okay, that's box number 1. We got Sassy Hat Girl. Her name's Bonnie, isn't it? Why do I know that? I shouldn't know that. I'm starting to memorize their names. So, guys, what kind of card set should I be getting on my menu next? What do you guys want to see on the menu? You guys are the customers. You can tell me what you're hyped for. We got Spider-Man coming up. We got Mega Evolution coming up. We got OP13 coming up. What else is coming up? Step of this. Probably Korean Mega Brave, Korean Mega Symphonia. That won't come out till English launches, though, so that's not a big deal yet. Here we are. Oh, I'm supposed to get those FIFA cards. It really comes down to the hours you can stream. The sales are there, but you need to just stream. Here we are. Okay. And so this is box number 2. Today's stream brought to you by Joshua Whipple. Okay. Stay there. Ooh, see, I don't like this. I don't like that the packs are off screen. I don't like that. It's hard to cram them all in on the vertical. There we go. That's good. Partially on the screen's good. He swapped my cards out. I'm in some rattle video. Okay, here goes. So, Shanks. Here's, oops. Stay up there. Bad pack, stay. Here we are. So we are going to pull you some stuff. Ooh, an SP. Yo, Josh, save some breaks for the rest of us. Yeah. He took 2 spots in both of the manga breaks, by the way, guys. Those manga breaks are up now. Actually, I don't think I marked them for that, did I? Did I? So we'll update them in a half second here. Here we are. I'd like to see those manga breaks go off, because when they end, We will then get to try a new manga break. Okay. Oh, konnichiwa. Oni-sama. Okay. Okay. Oh, another body. This body looks like it's an alt art, though. There we go. Did Master Splinter have rat children? You need a new setup for vertical, mister. Something prettier back here would be a good idea, probably. Because right there, you can see the custom vintage, raw shuffle, pokey shuffle. That's what you're looking at. It's kind of, this part here is not a problem, I feel. But this upper portion is a bit ugly. Put something hot up there, like a booster box. I don't know. Problem is, where do those go then? I like them there for the horizontal streams. I haven't bought out another break in a while. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. It would be nice if we pulled a manga out of these. Okay. How was this song? Baked beans. The vertical on my desktop. It zooms in and out for the camera. Too much zoom in? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, there's some zooming. You might be able to disable the zoom, but I don't know if that would necessarily be better. Ooh. Dude, you are like the only guy I recognize from the past, LMAO. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there these days. We are. In the past, CS men in the past, there weren't a lot of guys doing it. That is an interesting thing about our channel is from a time period before doing this was super popular yet. I kind of pioneered a bit of the idea, didn't I? We are. All right. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I eat, breathe, and sleep Pokemon. Baked beans. That's how you know it's prawn music. It's corn music if you turn the music up like this. And if you can say like, baked beans, that's casting couch music. All right. I used to spend so much money on Pokemon LMAO. I got a nice small order in just now, so when you're done with this mega unboxing, I'll get my dopamine back. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds really nice. You know, I'd love to hear what went on with your life. Here we are. That was, so Cosmic would have been something like 2020. So it's been 5 years. So you're 5 years older. I'm 5 years older. We're older people now. How's life going? We are. The Umbreon is hunting me. I wanted to give people some content. How is the sneaker game? Pull me a God Pack tonight. That'd be nice. I love pulling God Packs. Those are amazing. We are. Okay. Let's see. So we've got Hatman. Well, the Hatman. You'll never catch me. Send some ETH for 6 Prismatic and 1 Mega Brave box. Ooh, that's a big one. All right. 6 Prismatic and a Mega Brave box. That's pricey. Okay, here is an SP. Lovely. All right. Life sucks. Just chilling. I still have some of my nice shoes, and I have all my cards from 2020. I have no idea if they went up or down. I never kept track. Oh, they went up. They went way up, like to unbelievable amounts. So, yeah, if you held all the stuff you had, it's all more valuable now. Pokemon is the best performing collectibles asset in the market. Nothing beats it. Somebody showed a graph off of how it compares to other card sets, and they're not even close to Pokemon. Pokemon beats Silver. Ooh, Kickman. Pokemon beats Silver. It beats Gold. It even beats a lot of the stock market, like the average stock market return. It beats even crypto. Like Bitcoin's way up. Bitcoin is doing a remarkable climb right now, and Pokemon's still ahead of that. We are. Pokemon's just crazy. I think it's the most valuable asset in 2025. Will that last? I don't know if it'll last. I think it'd be hard for Pokemon to keep growing at this rate, so it's going to hit a ceiling somewhere. But for 2025, that's the news story. Pokemon was an insanely good asset to be holding. And some Pokemon probably will keep climbing aggressively, but not all of it. Oh, look at this! Ta-da! The Dark Riot. Mister, if I paid you enough, could we just sit down one time to just look over my collection to see what it's worth sending in to grade? Okay, I could probably do something like that. We are. You could even mail it in, and then I'll just pick through it live for you. You know, so I can just show you live. We are. Very nice. That's a possibility. That would be like a card appraisal or something like that. Card appraisal. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Can I mail stuff in for you to send in to grade? Yeah, people have done that before. Beautiful. Sometimes you can even pay me, instead of paying me to do this stuff in cash, you can just pay me in Pokemon cards. And I'll be like, all right, I'll do that for a couple Pokemon cards. So that is 3 boxes, and this is the last box. Haha. One more box, one more chance for glory. There it is. I feel comfortable if you submitted the cards for me. Sure. Glad to hear that you feel that way. Tossing this. Doing it a long time. I can actually grade with most grading companies. They're not all listed on the, they're not all in the list, but I can do CGC, BGS, tag grading, SGC. And if you have a specialty group you want to grade with, I can probably figure it out. Just the general idea of it, I've figured it all out. Here it is. All right. Yeah, I probably ought to grade with the new grading company because those videos get views sometimes. I'm surprised more grading companies do not like reach out to me and say, hey, we'll give you 25 free grades. Because, you know, they might lose out on what, $250 or something to have me do that. But they don't realize you guys are the perfect audience. You're the target market for what they do. So you guys are the ones that they want to show their card slabs off to. Nobody ever offers to do that. So, you know, there's smaller grading companies that ought to do that. They ought to reach out to me and say, hey, send some of your cards this way. We'll encapsulate them and you show them off. And I'll be like, all right. You know, I'll give them a review. I need to have it graded. Why not PSA? Oh, we do PSA. We love PSA. PSA is great. Nothing wrong with PSA. How do you achieve this build? Cold. Get this man his mangoes. Ah, I love mangoes. Since I don't really eat dessert anymore, I eat a lot more fruit because I'm allowed to eat fruit, basically. I let myself eat it. But I've been staying away from all the good stuff, man. All the delicious desserts. Oh, they're so good. But mangoes, man, they're sweet as hell. Mangoes, I got some grapes in the fridge. There are. Okay, crunchy grapes. All right. Okay, yeah, mangoes is a top tiered. It's like a dessert fruit. It's so sweet. I want a mangoes. Mister, my package for you should be there tomorrow. Ooh. There we go. I think I'm getting a package from Anthony Kalura tomorrow, too. It was so hard not to eat ice cream this summer. Yeah, I'm like on a diet. I'm trying to eat less. Today, I basically had 2 turkey sandwiches and a bowl of chicken soup. There we are. Ooh. All right. Can I send in 25 cards to you, and I will review them? Did you mean 25 cards and I will do like a card appraisal? Yeah, it's possible to do that. How should a card appraisal work? Because I probably shouldn't do that necessarily for free, since it takes time out of the stream. Here he is. Here we are. There's a cold one. Okay, and there we have it. All right. Very nice. Oh, I was thinking while I was working tonight on a submission, I'm working on a submission. I was thinking about how I ought to spend a lot of money, like maybe multiple tens of thousands of dollars maybe, and I should build an actual AI grading scanner. You know, kind of like whatever AGS is using, whatever tag grading is using, whatever PSA and CGC and BGS are using. I'm sure they're all using tool-assisted grading. And have you guys ever thought about the idea that anyone could put together a tool-assisted grading setup? It just takes knowledge. So I don't know how I would figure that out. I mean, I figured the grading out. Remember that? I figured out the encapsulation machine and all that. it would be pretty cool if I could digitally scan cards and have a piece of software analyze that card for flaws, sort of like a forensic scanner. And I was thinking to myself, if I built a system that was very efficient, I could just take stacks of cards, run them through the machine, and decide what to send to Beckett for Black Label. Doesn't that seem worth it? Like, if you could consistently send off good Beckett submissions and pull out Black Labels, that seems like it's worth maybe like a $10,000, $20,000 investment, depending on how long you're going to use it. I think about it, it'll pay for itself if you can get lots of Black Labels. Can you zoom in more? It's technically possible to zoom in more, like that, see? We are? All right. Very nice. My cat grades my cards. Patent pending. Joshua Whipple. I can put more slabs on the table. That would bring the cards closer. All right. Woo. So no manga in there, Mr. Josh. You want to review what this was? So in your round, you pull a Luffy full art, just a standard full art for him. Then you pull a full art Bonnie secret, a standard whatever this guy is, and a standard Bonnie, and a standard Sakura. I can't remember this guy's name either. Still learning their names. Why Black Label? Why not White Label? I know, it's racist. Who will think of the whites? The slabs are blurry. You mean like blurry? The slabs are blurry? Let me pull them forward a little bit. So watch this. I can only see the prices. Okay, we're bringing these forward a little bit more. Now, the further we bring them forward, the less fits on screen. So that's the tricky part. Okay. Wow. That was huge. Joshua Whipple's birthday, everyone. Wish him happy birthday. He spent about $280 today. Mr. John Fong is next with 10 packs of Prismatic. Ooh, man, I'm glad I restocked some of these. Prismatic has been on the move. There's no doubt. Prismatic has been on the move. There's been a sudden uptick in sales on Prismatic. Maybe people feel that their window of time to open Prismatic at close to the launch price, maybe that window is getting closer to closing. I don't know. Well, all right. So Josh, Karis and I beat the Libra today after the daytime stream. I went out there. She was already practicing, and we beat him on one try. We are. It was me, her, and a random, and the random was pretty decent. He was running like a bleed katana. And then I ran, it was a thrusting sword with frost status. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. What are these new packs? Back then it used to be so simple. XY Evo and Cosmic used to be gas and just simple. What's this? This is called Prismatic. CS Man, see this set right here? This is pretty much the most difficult set to open, and it's the most prestigious thing you can pull probably out of this Pokemon generation. So it's 2025 now. Pokemon's got new cards, new sets out, and this is the most difficult thing to open because it's so pricey and so hard to get a really good pull out of here. I finally got the strat done. I almost got him today, but then the network error on my end. Ooh, that sucks, man. Karis was shaking. She was so excited to beat him. She had like panic in her voice. She was like doing call outs in the middle of the fight. And she was shaking by the end of the fight because she was so excited to beat him because he's like absolutely vicious and near impossible. But no, the random we had was a solid player, and that's important. And then, yeah, Karis and I just, we had a lot of practice, I guess. Here we are. Essentially, we just kind of ignored all the ads. We ignored all the mobs and just focused on him and just kept running around. And it worked. All right. And I was proccing Frost on him over and over. So he took the extra damage from Frost debuff. Shaman on pack number 1. He's cute looking. Okay. When your hands are on screen, everything in the background goes blurry. Oh, I see. So the focus is just on the card being pulled. I see what you're saying. I don't know if there's a solution to that. It just might be a kind of stream where you don't see the slabs as often. That might be the case. I enjoy the fight. even though I haven't won yet, it's still fun. You got one more day. You got like 24 hours left to beat them. And then they're going to bring out the new Tricephalos or whatever he is. The doggies. Airy. You got Airy. Okay. Here's that Bronzor. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. How many God packs have you pulled if you had to guess? In total? Like across every set? I'm kind of Pokemon Batman. Maybe put some slabs up here somehow. I don't know if that would help, though, because you're right. The camera does focus on the card right in front of us, and then the back goes blurry. So you only get a chance to look at the slabs for a second. So that is an interesting thing. Maybe we'll have to have pauses throughout the stream to sort of show off the slabs. Okay. Is Prismatic still being printed? It might not be in print. And they might continue to print it later, but it might not be, you know, they might be reprinting other sets at the moment. Who knows what they're printing? Pokemon will pick and choose what to reprint. Black Belt Training. I'm sure Pokemon's trying to print the hell out of these cards. They're probably printing this stuff into the ground, which is something to be aware of, guys. But that's what they did to Sword and Shield, and it just did not matter. So I don't know. Pokemon is maybe endlessly popular. Fluttermane. You got Fluttermane. You got a Hollow Umbreon. Last pack. This is 10 packs. Mr. John Fong. $175 order. Last pack cold. All right. Let's take a quick review of what you pulled here, Mr. John. Best Buy had a drop for Surging Spark ETBs. Nice. Prismatic is still in print. Well, what I meant is they probably have like a print schedule. You know what I'm saying? So like they probably go, okay, Prismatic in this month. Next month is going to be, I don't know, maybe Destined Rivals. And then they probably go, okay, Mega Evolution the next month. So, you know, they probably don't print it instantly. It's probably like a whole coordinated thing. You probably need inventory. I bet you it's a difficult procedure. So what I'm trying to say is we've gotten a little bit away from, we got like Black Bolt and White Flare, right? And we've got Destined Rivals too. And Journey Together. And so there's these 3 other sets that they can focus on as well. And older stuff besides that, right? Like what do they call it? Evolving, whatever it's called. It's Paldea Evolved. Haha, got it. Okay, John Fong. So new bag, right? New bag, right? Let's get that new bag for you. Okay, because you mentioned that I shipped you out. One doesn't speak if one doesn't know. Woo, we need 300 likes tonight. The 6-hour nighttime stream. Woo. That'd be cool. 300 likes. That'd be impressive. I don't know if we're going to do 6 hours of streaming, but we could do like 4. Especially if we have a reason to stay live. Okay. It feels weird that it's vertical. I agree. It feels very weird. Here we are. The data shows us that the vertical stream brings in about triple the views. Here we are. I can show you guys that. You guys want to see that? I know the regulars. You guys are regulars, and I care a lot about you guys. So that's why we're doing this on Tuesday. Tuesday is not a terribly popular day of the week. Here we are. But you guys have to see this, and I want your opinion on it. So check this out. This is today's daytime stream getting 1.9 thousand views in only an hour and 40 minutes. So almost 2,000 views in an hour and 40 minutes. This is yesterday's nighttime stream only getting 800 views, and it had 2 hours and 50 minutes. But if you look, that's the same pattern over here. 722, 673. This one gets 800. This one gets all the way up to 900, and it's it's a return video probably. So, and then we do one vertical stream, and it's at 2,000 views. So what does that mean? That means YouTube is either pushing, rewarding vertical streams, or maybe the internet has changed and horizontal videos are something of the past, and there's just way more people in vertical. I don't know. I could not tell you, but that's what the data is showing me. So I want you guys to give me some feedback how you feel about all that. You know, we want it to be horizontal because that's what we're comfortable with, but also, you know, it's pretty sweet the thought that we could get to 100,000 subscribes faster by just maybe evolving ourselves a little bit and trying out some new things. How were the sales between vertical vertical sales were good. We actually have this guy came in and he dumped, gosh, so much money. Let's see. Trevor Carpenter, $500 pending. You see this guy? So he sent we met him in the vertical streams. He was a new guy in the vertical streams. He said he was scrolling the shorts and he ran into this stream. He immediately drops 500. Of course, that's pending. But then he drops like 250 more, and then he drops 250 more later. So he's already spent about $1,000. He's a new guy. We met him in the vertical streams. And that's pretty good. That's a pretty positive sign too. I'll watch more vertical streams now because I'm addicted to YouTube Shorts, says Power Tool Rua. Yes, exactly. And that's all I watch. Do you want to know what kind of content I watch? Almost exclusively vertical content. I don't watch anything else. I was explaining that earlier today. When you're trying to watch YouTube videos, they all play these crappy 30-second ads, unskippable. Then the video starts. Then you get like 2 minutes of video intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Billy Bonk Goat Farm today. Today, we're going to be talking about the 10 reasons why your goat should, it just keeps going on and on and on. The content finally starts. The good stuff starts like 2 or 3 minutes later, and then click to ads. It goes straight to ads. So there you get another 30-second ad because you're watching horizontal mode. I hate it. I hate it. It's the adpocalypse. Vertical doesn't have that. So vertical is so much more watchable because they get rid of the intros and they just get right to the content, right? Because they're trying to keep it short. That's why it's called shorts. They're trying to keep it short, so they just get right to the content. Every content creator these days, they make their horizontal content, but then they clip out the good stuff and turn it into vertical content. So vertical content is just reigning supreme right now. So it's not really a surprise that YouTube might be pushing either pushing vertical streams, or there might literally just be more people watching vertical streams because everyone's preferring vertical content. So we got 4 here in Manga 1, and how many in this one? Manga 2. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Okay, yeah, 2 Joshua Whipples in here. Nice. What about over here? We got 6, we got 7. Hey, don't ship my Victini inbox. Sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so there's 7 in the Trafalgar Law. Sounds good, Mr. Josh. Sounds good. We can hold them over here as long as you need me to. Yeah. We don't actually send them out until you buy a round of shipping anyways. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you actually have to pay for the grading first, right? So I did a thing where I sent it out to grade without asking you, I believe, right? Because I had you in the same pile as the rest. Got a nice 10. I got charged about $75 for that, and then they did a little upcharge too. So I would appreciate if you could cover some of that if you haven't done that already. I don't know if I talked to you about that already, so if I already talked about it, we're all good. But, so yeah, the grading was a little pricey, and you got a nice grade too, okay? I owe you half. Okay, perfect. So then that's all going to be good. So we did talk about it. I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, I probably said something like, I'll do halvesies since you didn't ask for it. So here is Mark J. Valerian, 2 packs of English 151. How's the binder break? Here is the lovely binder break. It received a new card today. We dumped a new Topps card in it. The binder break is a 1 in 7 odds, $40 buy-in. You're getting this thick stack of cards. One person gets all of them. McDonald's Pikachu, Greninja, Armored Mewtwo, this Rainbow Dragonite from Topps, Mewtwo, and then just a whole bunch of other stuff. Tatsugiri, Eevee, some Signature Babes, Frogadier, Pikachu, Piers, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, Charmander, Gengar, Mimikyu, Fezandipity, Snorlax. So that's an older Snorlax, by the way. He's like Sword and Shield era. So that is the binder break. It's a 1 in 7 odds. It is. PSA upcharges if it's more than the declared amount of money. What is the upcharge? So the upcharge was about $25. It's because they determined that your card was too valuable, and so they wanted me to spend even more money on the grading. But send me a quick message on Discord. I'll tell you how much for the grading is. It will be a surprisingly low amount. You won't be. All right, because if you're doing half, then that's not bad at all. So who is next? That's 224. That's 157. Click on this. It is 218. So the next order is actually Mr. Ahmad Arabi. What's up, man? Box of PRB2. I have a bag. I'm waiting for the June PSA return before shipping. Just let me know if it's too much. I will send for shipping now. No, you're all good. You're all good. By the way, look at this cool Arbok. Speaking of which, I believe that PSA return's getting pretty close to coming back. I think it's in quality assurance right now. So box of PRB2. I almost call it JRB2. Where do I have that? Please tell me we have some in here. Do I not? Be so easy if I just had some in here. All right, I got to go stand up and get some. All right, I'll be right back, guys. PRB2. You said there would be 2 packs of 151. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get sidetracked? I might have gotten sidetracked. Mark J. Valerian, 2 packs of English. I get a lot of questions in the chat, and I can actually get sidetracked enough that I don't service it. Here it is. There we go. All right, that's for Mr. Mark. I'm so happy 6 got a 10 as well. Yeah, you both got 10s. It's really good. There we are. I think those breaks were a really big success. Here we are. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a guy who got all mean and was like criticizing those breaks. Do you guys remember that? There we go. He was criticizing the breaks, and then he came in later, and I guess he made fun of a guy who was in another break, and I really didn't like that. That guy ended up getting kicked out of the stream. It is. All right. I don't like that. The actual breaks, the story of the Victini breaks is in fact a very happy ending. You got a nice Victini for 40 bucks and a grade of 10. It's like perfect. All right. I wish you got a 9. No! There we go. So, Mr. Mark, let's grab your bag. Just hollows this time. Did you update the manga break numbers? I did. So this goes to 7. It looks like Trafalgar Law really is just at 4. So that means he had a additional number on him, probably from somebody who moved a spot out. Sometimes we don't erase a number. So he's at 4, and Trafalgar Law is at 7. Check this out, guys. That's Manga D Teach, 4 out of 17, and Trafalgar Law, 7 out of 16. These are $40 to buy in, these breaks are, and I can't wait for them to go off. It'll be very fun. I think your odds are much, 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 much higher in a manga break than it is actually opening one-piece booster boxes, because it's so difficult to pull those mangas. All right, so we almost forgot to take care of Mark J. Valerian, but we are done with that now, Mr. Mark. Thank you so much. Mark the Generous. J. Valerian, the cool guy. Let's get them moving. 9 more levels till I reach Master in Skyrim. Master? I'm going to have to call you Master Alex. All right, let's go get those PRB2s. Looks like we got 3 sealed cases of PRB2. 3 sealed cases. All right, set this up here. All right. Okay. And now we're jumping here. Box of PRB2. All right, let's do it. Let's get it done. Oops. Now, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, if you could remind me what it was that you ordered on your Ethereum order. It was 6 prismatic in a box of blah, blah, blah. What was it? Brave? Mega Brave? Because he'll be after this. Okay, you ready? Here goes. Is the Ozark just like it is in the show? There are some differences. A lot of the Ozark show is actually recorded in Georgia, not in Missouri. And one of the biggest differences is the accent. Virtually no one that I've met in Missouri talks like this. Well, shucks. Nobody talks like that. I don't give a shit about but. We don't talk like that. We talk exactly like I sound. Everyone in Missouri sounds very similar to me. It's like the Midwestern accent. It's not the Southern accent. It's the Midwestern accent. Here it is. Very plain. There's nothing exciting about the accent. So when they sort of sell Lake of the Ozarks as a sort of southern, whatever you want to call it, southern pride area, it is not. Here we are. All right, a lot of old people over here. They got big, beautiful boats. There's so many boats on the water at the same time that it's like a boat highway. and it can be really crazy. We were driving over the bridge. There's a main bridge that stretches over the lake, and it's a big lake. It really is. It's a big snaky lake, right? And so there's one really big bridge, and we were looking over the side of it because it's kind of the main channel, the main area. And there were these huge yacht boats in the water. It's like, where are these even coming from? So I think over the years, Lake of the Ozarks has really changed. I was listening to a real estate video today, and it was talking about how condo prices are down. So like you can buy a condo cheaper out here now than last year, but lake house prices are still going up. So the price on a nice lake house is getting higher and higher. It's getting worse. It is. They're all getting bought up and turned into rentals, I'm sure, if they're in an area that's allowed to rent. Okay. Ooh, konnichiwa. Here we are. Well, shucks. Yeah, a lot of them had southern accents in that TV show, and Lake of the Ozarks was depicted kind of like bums or something like that, like southern gothic or something. I don't know how to describe it. It is not like that. It is pretty plain bagel out here with plain cream cheese. There we go. Ooh, very nice. It's not super heavily developed, I'll say that. They lack a lot of things that St. Louis did have. It is. Ooh. Okay. One thing that's definitely accurate about Lake of the Ozarks is stunningly beautiful, with gigantic hills that go up and down. And they're not mountains, but they're very pretty. If you've ever driven in a very hilly area, you know what I'm talking about. There's cliffs. Ooh. One more full art. So this particular box did not yield a manga. We're always looking for the mangas. Here we are. Why do I feel like I'm a peeping Tom watching this? What the hell? Who's this peeping Tom guy? Looking at these mangas. There we go. What do we do with the sides of the screen? Place ads? Let's see. So, ooh. Some of you nighttime guys are running into the vertical stream for the first time. Oh, any new people in here? If you're new, speak up. I want to meet you. Anybody new who just ran into the stream for the first time? There we are. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad Marabi. Oh, I said that backwards. Ahmad Arabi. All right. There we go. Oh, you got some fat bags, man. Okay, cool. Well, if your bags are this fat, I'm going to start you a fresh third bag. I'm new. It's Mr. Ivan. He's brand new. All right. This cool Arbok, he's got sunglasses on, and he's smoking. That's what makes him so cool. Okay. We were running into a lot of new guys with the vertical streams. Oops, spelled that wrong. There we go. Very good. Minister, idea arise, you get more views vertically because it's safer for people to multitask on an iPhone while the phone is upwards. Maybe. I think it's probably the case that there's a surprisingly large number of people watching vertical content these days. You know, if you look at what Mike Side and I have worked on, he and I have posted like thousands of shorts. And so we are known for our shorts. And yet we don't ever... Here, let me ask ChatGPT a question real fast. As a YouTube content creator, how do I look up how many shorts I've ever posted? All right, let's get an answer to that. I'm going to tell you guys how many shorts we posted. Go to the YouTube studio, click content, shorts. Okay, so let's see if this works. Oh my God, it's taking so long to load. View all. That did not work. Yeah, that did not work at all. Oh, well. Well, I'll look it up another time, but there should be a way to look up how many pieces of content we've ever created. I think my cat is mad when I have to work. Continental. But I think my point is that we don't post horizontal videos very often, the long form videos. We almost always post short form content. So we've built up a very large audience of people who watch our shorts and never take advantage of it. All right, it's Team Rocket Grunt's turn. He wants 6 prismatic. I remember that part of the order. 6 prismatics. Okay. I think I should get you a freshly sealed one. Isn't that a little bit more exciting, the freshly sealed? So I need to go get some freshly sealed ones. YouTube Studio has it. That's how I check. I hope the line's not too long. I sent one more small one before bed. All right. And it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Besides, we're moving very fast. All right, so we got this. We need the Mega Brave. He wanted the Mega Brave, right? Okay. Give me a second here. Whew. The only thing I don't like about vertical stream is that I can't pause and come back at 2 times speed. Oh, interesting. Okay. Team Rocket Grunt. You hear Mr. Team Rocket Grunt? Let's see. Yes, 6 packs of prismatic, 1 Mega Brave box. We got it. We got it. It's right there. Okay, good. How am I going to show off a bunch of slabs to you guys? How am I going to show off slabs to you guys if we got all these orders? Mega Brave. Okay, not Symphonia. It's called Symphonia because Gardevoire's in it. There you are. I need to sell these Pokemon cards so I can get the Mrs. Gardevoir her BBL. The vert messes up the view so much. Here we are. All right. Ready? You ready? All right. Snipping this. I wonder if one of you guys can figure out how many shorts I've posted ever. I wonder if you guys can figure that out, because maybe you can look that up. Maybe that's public information. That might not be private information. Problem is, if it counts everything, lives and shorts, it's going to be some astronomical number. Can we have Slab Showcase music? This is the Slab Showcase music. Okay, here goes. Scream Tail. All right. Ooh. Good. Pheasantipity. All right. We have a Hound Hour. Look at that Hound Hour. Beautiful. All right. Set that there. Here's... Ah! Wow! He is getting so lucky, man. Hey, mister, I don't know if my order is more up the line, but just to confirm. Here, I'll click on... so we have... Mr. Kevin. You're Kevin Chung, is that right? That would be you. All right. Sounds good, man. Ooh. Wow, what a great pack, man. He's picking up the Espeon. Such a lucky day. Team Rocket Grunt is on a roll recently. I don't know why he's so lucky, but that guy is killing it every time. Wow. 3.5 more hours and overtime begins. That's a big pull, guys. The Espeon's like a top 3, isn't it? Looking not too bad either. How's it look on the back? Might have a shot at a 10. Might have a shot at a 10. All right. Whoa. Whoa. Beebeth. Beebeth, you're an idiot. Here's Flareon. Wee. Set that Flareon over here. Where is he? Is he watching? He's probably gone to bed. He doesn't even know he's pulled it. Wow, man. Beautiful Espeon. Wow. Okay, now he just needs to do is pull a hot Master Ball, too. Remember, there's Master Balls in here. You might be able to pull Master Ball Umbreon. All right, that's it. Mr. Whatever happened to the sound bits that used to play on stream? They're not gone. I just don't play them as often. It used to be the case that you guys could activate them with donations, but the piece of software that did that was like overheating my laptop, and I really do need the laptop to just run for like orders. So we haven't had that working in a while now. Whatever happened to the sound bits? My overtime is $85 an hour. Did you guys miss that? You missed that old sound effects board? That was fun, huh? We are. All right. Maybe we could do a thing where you can send in an order and I can manually activate the sound effect for my computer. Let's see. It would be under downloads, right? In the nest of Jews, we did it, lad. Do not come. Anime sound effect. Biggest Dickus. Elama. Bruno BJ. How do I reach these kids? Batman, I caught a Pokemon. You ready?
There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with it. No, don't do it. I'm gonna do it, Batman.
Let's try another one. Bing Chilling, Pokemon gets rabies. Cart mentioned Pokemon. Snap my back, bro. You guys want the snap my back, bro one?
Oh, fuck, you're gonna snap my back, bro.
All right, back to the music. All right, YouTube didn't hear that. All right, back to it. How do I reach these kids? All right, let's see if he gets double lucky. He might get double lucky. How do I reach these kids? Good people of Arrakis, can we brand back ban someone for $5? Brand back, what? Oh, bring back someone banned for $5. Oh, that's an interesting idea. It would depend on who it is. Actually, I would say generally it's not about money. If somebody has been banned and they just come to me in a DM or something and they sincerely apologize, they're just like, I know why you banned me. Sorry about that. I was having a bad day. I'd be happy to unban them. Anyone can get unbanned. They just gotta come over and be like, you know, you should unban me. Sorry about all that. And that's it. And so if I know you've got like, I know if you mean well, you know, you don't hate my guts and you just want to come in and cause problems. If you don't hate my guts, if I can sense that, you'll get unbanned. I don't want to ban. Do you really think I like banning people? I don't like banning anyone. Actually, it makes me sad when I ban people. We are. You guys are in a race to beat the daytime stream in likes. You're at 61. I think they got to 76 likes. If you beat the daytime stream, then the giveaway goes to the nighttime stream. All right. Let's see. Where's the Butters one? I don't even remember. Okay. Why would anyone hate me? Oh, I'm sure there's a reason. We are. I'm sure I've said stupid things myself, acted inappropriately, or sometimes just being a YouTuber, that's it. That's all you need. Like, people just don't like your personality type, your cadence, the way you sound. All right, you ready? Here goes. Or maybe like they view you as a competition for their favorite guy. I don't know. Or maybe they've been told a lie about you. Have you ever thought about that? All right. Yeah, people have told lies about me before. Cold. It's because you pulled the error Dragonite. Thank you for not banning me when I was in my prime of spamming. Yeah, I wasn't going to ban you. Here we are. All right. I don't like to ban people. You know, with the card shop, the way I see it, card shops are often full of people who are very, what's the word, rambunctious. And also people maybe who, you know, they're still learning like the social rules, how life works, how to make friends, that kind of stuff, how to talk to people in a nice way. So I kind of anticipate a certain level of antisocial behavior. Okay, cold. Oops. Cold. So we got the stretcher, we got Vulpix. Mister, move your hands to the right. It's difficult. Maybe I can move the camera to the left, like that. All right. I'm out of room. Wow, that's a nice looking Dialga, don't you think? That's nice. I'm young at heart, so I can act dumb. I've got a bit of a, what would you say? I can be kind of a Karen sometimes. Let me put it that way. I can be a little bit of a Karen sometimes. I'm aware of it. I don't want to be that way. We are. It helps sometimes. It helps when there's a problem in life that needs to get solved. You go into full Karen mode, everything gets solved. There you go. They don't tell you that. They don't talk about that. If you go into full Karen mode, you'll get all your problems fixed because you'll go work on it like crazy. Ready? Ooh, the Salt Man. You're a Kyle, mister. Is that what they call it, a Kyle? There you are. All right. Ooh. I get very opinionated on subjects sometimes. I'm sure that doesn't always win me friends. Here's a Spiritomb. All right. You know, there was a point where I realized fighting over politics and stuff like that is really stupid. Like, I think there's a trap you can fall into where your whole life revolves around reading what's in the news and caring about it. And I realized that's not me. I actually do just care about Pokemon cards. We are. Politics is like this thing. You can't affect it that much, you know. I think it becomes like a very religious thing for people, and people get swept up into it. And that's not me anymore. We are. All right. Do not care. I care about your Pokemons, period. That's it. There we go. All right. Ooh. Tips need to go. So does all the old drivers. Mister, the likes has to be beat within 2 hours of the stream. That's an interesting thought. Maybe the likes have to have the same time period as the daytime. That's an interesting thought. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think nighttime's just going to be given a default advantage, and we'll see how fervent the daytime stream is to try and beat that. It is. Ooh. Wow, it's a decent looking box. Lieutenant Surge. I think this just looks really crazy, I guess. This card right here. The Vulpix is always fun. That's Mega Brave. All right, you had a fantastic round, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. You seem to not be able to lose. Let me grab your bag. Steelix looking hungry. Now, what do I do with all that Ethereum? I got to go sell it because I need that money to restock more product. And if Ethereum falls later, I'm going to regret it. If it goes up, I'll be like, yay, it went up. But if it falls, I'm going to be like, mother! I'll be angry. What's this? A cancellation request. Let me see what this is. For what? What are we canceling? All right. Oh, wait. There we go. I thought Mega Brave gives you an SR Pokemon. It did. It was the Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge was the SR Pokemon. All right. So, what do we got now? We got Mr. CS Man. What's up, CS Man? 10 Destined Rivals. That's the new set. I think I was recommending that one to you. Here it is. So this is a Team Rocket set, which got just insane hype. And I feel it's at a good price point right now. And this could be the last time it's at a good price point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, we had exactly 10 packs left. Because after that, the box is empty. And then we get a fresh box. Lieutenant Surge identifies as a Pokemon now. So you haven't opened up Pokemon in a little while, it sounds like. Pokemon cards are going absolutely nuts. And I would know that because over 6 years, over the last 6 years, I've done nothing but buy and sell them. And I help people get their Pokemon cards through cool things like breaks or just like, you know, sharing my ideas in the market and stuff like that. Here's some great cards. This Charizard used to be a $20,000 card. He's now a $50,000 card. I don't know what Lugia jumped up to. Something like, I think he jumped up to like 20,000. I love this Poker Tyranitar, by the way. This Mewtwo has a great story to it. He was a card that a guy dumped on me. The certification was like deactivated, and I thought it was a fake card. It ended up being real, so I was lucky. Snorlax first edition. We got this one graded ourselves in the new PSA slab. It's nice and heavy. Rainbow Pikachu Pop 3 tops. Man, don't know what that's worth. Probably a couple thousand though, and it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to sell it. So who knows what it's actually worth. Here's a Gold Star Gyarados. I bought this in front of everybody live. So I actually purchased this live for $20,000. The people in the stream that day watched me buy it. It most recently sold confirmed for $60,000. And that was only like 7 months later. This card I got for like $650. It's now a $6,000 card. When I had a feeling that the new card sets were going to do well because of the fact that they were bringing back the Mega Pokemon. right? Z and G, A and Z Pokemon or whatever it's called, Z and A Pokemon, is bringing back Megas. And I said, I better run out and grab that Mega Charizard from Flashfire. So I grabbed this, paid 5.3 on him. He's up. Here's a nice Arcanine. I'm just showing off a couple cards. This card right here, look at this. So this card right here, he just sold for a new record price of $19,000. Purchased in 2022 for just $4,000. So from $4,000 to $19,000. It's hard to believe even. I bought this one this year. Look at that perfect swirl off of his back. I couldn't resist. I got this really cheap. It was like a 2,000 or something. I can't remember. But perfect swirl on his back from the Neo Destiny box. Love Neo Destiny. I opened that as a teenager. I was a little bit older by the time Neo Destiny had come out. Only me and one other kid were still collecting at that time. So I have fond feelings for Neo Destiny, the other Neo sets as well. Okay, you ready? Do you have any Kartana slabs? I forgot that was a Pokemon. He's cool. I last saw Kartana in Hidden Fates. And then I think he's in Crimson Invasion. So you can pull a nice full art out of Crimson Invasion. But no, I don't really have any Kartanas. He's a bit of an odd one. And he's cool, though. Yeah, he's like Electivire. He's like Aegislash. There's some of these Chandelure inanimate object Pokemon. He's one of those. There you go. Damn, but mister. Yeah, you just looked at like over $100,000 of cards there in a few seconds. Pokemon is reached levels that are truly insane. I'm a very lucky guy because I bought so many of them. And it was all a gamble on whether they would do well. And they did. And it was looking pretty bad, actually, in 2023, 2024. It was looking bad. Then it all turned around in 2025, and now they're to the moon again. So, I like this Tyranitar Hollow. I think he's actually really nice. I treat him like a hit. Okay. Here's Primeape. Here's Mewtwo. Beautiful. It's actually really nice looking. That could be gradable one day. One day, people could be opening this set for $100 a pack and grading that Mewtwo for sure. Here's a Cynthia's Roserade. I almost called it Roselia. Okay, look at that Roserade. Here's Scrafty, Articuno, and Cyndaquil. Very cute. See, there's a great Pokemon in this box. Great Pokemon. Metatype Beldum Crobat, looking pretty good as well. Thank God I bought those cards during that time in 2020. Yeah, I remember that bad slope of prices. You know, I sold some of my cards that I wasn't as attached to during the years 2023, 2024, and I regret selling every single one because they were all good picks. They were all slabs that I had picked that I thought were good investable quality cards, but the market was kind of stagnating, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just start piling up cash for something else, you know? So I started selling them. And for example, I gave up my Crystal Guardians reverse hollow stamped Blastoise, the Delta species version. And he's hyper rare. He's like pop 30. And I think I just saw him sell for 5,000. I had sold him for 3,000. So I lost. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have sold. But I'm not a Blastoise collector. I'm more of a Charizard fan. And so for me, it was like an easy choice to sell him. And it was just a poor choice. Because again, from an investable quality card perspective, he was great. No reason to sell if you just wanted to hold cards. I sold other cards too. I had 2 Dark Blastoises. I sold one for like 1.5 thousand. Now he's like a $5,000 card. Big mistake. I sold off my Dark Gyarados. I had to buy him back. I said, well, I love Gyarados, but I sold him because I said he's just a cheap card. I can just buy him back one day, right? That's what I said. What a fool, man. So I sold off a number of cards. I actually sold off Rocket Returns Articuno, I think for about 1.7, and I was lucky enough to buy him back for about 1.7 just before he exploded in price. I was very, very lucky. Bought it from a guy in France, in fact. And here we are. So, CS Man, maybe I'll put you down on your nickname. Here we are. Since you have such a familiar name. People would talk about you every now and then. They would say, remember CS Man? Sometimes there were people in the stream that were more memorable than others. All right. Okay. Like, for example, I don't think anyone's going to forget about Jennifer Yap anytime soon or Mr. LaFlame. No one's going to forget that. There we go. I'll put you in the C's. You'll be in the CZ box. Cool, man. Did I pull anything of value out of that? Oh, let me teach you a little bit about it. Okay, let me teach you a little bit. You got some hollows. Hollows have a little bit of a value, especially if they're good hollow. There we are. Like, for example, you could grade this Dark Hypno, and if you graded 10, he might sell for about maybe like $35. So if you get cheap enough grading, then that's a viable flip. But it has to grade 10, so the risk on grading hollows is high, because if it grades 9, you just lose money. So here are your actual pulls. I would say overall, this is a rough round. That's my perspective on it. Notably, there's no textured cards in here. Those would be SRs and SIRs. Textured cards are a higher rarity, and you didn't pull any. You pulled this. This is called an AR. It's like an art rare. I think that's what it stands for, art rare. These are very popular right now. Some of the art rares go for a lot of money. This one's going to be Cynthia's Roserade. Roserade himself, not a very popular Pokemon. Cynthia is popular. So if this grades 10, it might be worth, I could see it selling for about $70 to $80 as a 10. But it needs to grade 10, and that can be tough. I also think this is a very nice hollow, although I can see top to bottom is thin on the bottom. So this might be too risky to try to grade. The Mewtwo might be gradable too, but he will be looking like a $40 10, maybe $45 when he comes back. Mewtwo, as you know, is a much more popular Pokemon. So understanding what to grade is kind of a combination of knowing, you know, like understanding the Pokemon card market, knowing what Pokemon are popular, and knowing what Pokemon cards are hard to grade or hard to pull out of a booster pack. But I'd say overall, for $110, that was kind of a tough round. You might be able to make your money back if the Mewtwo, the Roserade, and the Tyranitar all graded 10, and then you sold them at the cheapest buy now price. You might be able to break even with the cost of the opening. However, if they grade 9, you won't break even. You'll actually lose money on that round. And that's what opening Pokemon cards is kind of about. You know, understanding the value it costs to open it versus the value you get back. When you understand that equation, it gives you more confidence when you're opening. So all RNG style products work that way. Pokemon cards are an RNG style product. Here's a nice Charmander. He's $70. Let's give him a proper tag so people can actually read that. I just sent a huge order just to let you know. This is too much dopamine. Yeah, people love it, man. People love opening Pokemon. Let me give you a recommendation, by the way, if you've got the interest. This is an Ancient Origins box break that you can get in line for. So on this channel, we always have some kind of vintage box going. Right now, it's the Ancient Origins break. See that? XY Ancient Origins. You got a chance for all kinds of Mega Pokemon. They're really in style right now because they're bringing Megas back. Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia, Mega Evolutions. Megas are coming back. Well, they used to have Megas about 10 years ago. So now those old 10-year-old boxes, I call it a vintage box break. It's not true. It's not 20 years old, but it's super out of print, right? So this has been exploding in price. When we first priced this up, it was at $128 per booster. It's risen all the way to $300 now. And this box is halfway sold, halfway to go at $300 per pack. Now, here are my thoughts on the Ancient Origins box break. I'm willing to just hold these packs and not sell them to you as long as you want. We will just sit on that $300 price tag forever because eventually it's going to be $400, then $500, then $600. So jump in here when you guys realize that's a special break, and in the future it's going to be worse than $300. So jump into that if you guys want a chance to pull the Mega Rayquaza, the XY Era Lugia Full Art, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Ampharos, Mega Latios. I think Latios is in there. There's there's a very special Gyarados in there. Let me show you. I might have a version of him next to me. Yes, so you can pull this Gyarados out of Ancient Origins. It's an Ancient Origins card. Pretty neat. That sells for like, just that one card sells for like $500, and there's 4 chances of it being in the box. It's called an Ancient Trait card. Very similar to Cosmic, by the way. Dude, my Prime was amazing. Now I'm too old and I have to start saving money a little bit. Been years since I've seen a CS Man order. The nostalgia. Yeah, where's Alex? Yeah, here he is. So, mister, have you had to ban someone so bad in your chat community? You must have had some crazy bad apples for you in your line of work. I've had some bad situations, genuinely. Some bad situations. All right. So, Kip F, box of Final Fantasy Gunslinger. So, this is the latest set of Final Fantasy. It's called Gunslinger in the Abyss. There is a signature Bart's in here. But besides that, there's some really good full arts of the waifus, too. So, there's like a Lightning full art, for example. Slab away is awesome. All right. Okay. The lockdown days. Pokemon in the lockdown days, if you go back to that time period, they're actually pretty cheap compared to today. It's cheap back then. And people thought that that was like a one-time deal, Black Swan event. Sell all your Pokemon cards quick. Remember, I used to joke about that. I said, quick, sell all your Pokemon cards to me. I used to joke about that. That would be one of the things I'd say. Here goes, Mr. Kip. How are you tonight, man? Hope you're having a great night. All right, Kip. Let's get you some beautiful Final Fantasies. If you've never watched Final Fantasy packs get opened, this is a good thing to watch because this is actually Square Enix's Final Fantasy card game. Not to be confused with Magic the Gathering, which simply bought the license to print some Final Fantasy cards, which was very nice. But this is the official Final Fantasy card game. It's been going on for like 6 or 7 years. So it's somewhat new, somewhat old. And they got some beautiful, beautiful artworks. All right, I'm good, man. Just hanging out. PokeRav and that other guy, it was crazy. Thank God I held on to my collection. Yeah, you know, there's an urge to sell that collection and get the cash back out of it. And a lot of people did that. And now they have huge FOMO and huge regret. So it's kind of sad, actually. Here's Garnet. So you pulled a nice Lightning Standard holo. Here we are. All right, Garnet. Here's Ocean. Alina, you want the girl card? There's a lot of girl cards in Final Fantasy. Here's Oracle. Here's Ash. She's an actual legendary rare. Here's Nemia, Star Sybil. We used to get smooches. Oh, look at that. So here is Leod. Leod. All right. One of your full arts has popped out. Then here's a Sarah. I think she's one of the other full arts. Sarah is. Ziphos. I think there's going to be a Monster Hunter Final Fantasy collab pretty soon, right? For Monster Hunter Wilds. Man, I tried to play that game and enjoy it. It was just okay. Felt a bit repetitive. Once again, I think it struggles with an issue where it was almost like a downgrade from Monster Hunter World. But I might get back on that game for the Monster Hunter Final Fantasy crossover. Is John wants a smooch. Smooch! Here's Byron. Okay, Byron. Here's Angel. Bart's. Bart's, I believe, is the signature in the set. So you're looking for him as a signature. Here's Helone. Here's another Bart's, but this one's got a special border. Interesting. All right. That's not a signature, right? So here's Sid Waff. And I like these smaller boxes, man. The 36-pack boxes were so huge. They're so punishing. These smaller boxes are more enjoyable. Here's Lena. Okay, we've got Dark Finna. I'm finna bust! Oh my god. There we go. By the way, this is the average female body. I'm just kidding. So, and then Najee. That's not the average female body. Here's Najee. A lot of pushback against hot girls in media, but the guys never push back against hot guys. Very interesting. Okay. Tossing that. So you've got all these hollows over here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That was one whole box of the new Final Fantasy set. You got an idea of some of the cards in the set. Okay. Looks like I loaded these sleeves up upside down in my box. That's annoying. Okay. This is the vintage break for Gym Heroes, the vintage break. All right. We also have the Poke Shuffle. We got the live customs. We got the Raw Shuffle. Ooh. Dark Finna. I think that's your best pull is Dark Finna, if you ask me. You got Lightning. All right. Thank you so much. Where are we keeping Kip, huh? You're behind me, right? Pull that Vincent card. You get the Vincent box topper. That's Ivan. There it is, Kip. You're right next to Sven. Who's saying guys are hot? Yeah, who's saying that? Probably Alex. Okay. All right. Lovely. What do we have now? We have an order from, let me just make sure all these add up. We don't have anybody waiting a really long time. Gotta make sure everything's in order. Good. Now we have a Team Rocket Grunt. You never read my message on chat. 6 Prismatic. He made a sad face at me. Yeah, I did. I read it. I even remembered it. I remembered it. All right. You did pull SB on tonight. We have Miss Jennifer Yap next. 10 Mega Symphonia, 10 Mega Brave. Thanks for the patience, Miss Jen. So, Symphonia and Brave. 10 of these. You got it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 of those. And that'll be an empty box. Might actually run out of the Mega Brave. Okay. Can I get a shout out? Please, 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 please. Shout out to Corn Rules. He says Alex likes kittens. I didn't know you wanted a shout out. You are? So weird. You can have it though. Who's gonna play some Elden Ring with me after the stream tonight? All right. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dude, my hands hurt from playing that. Okay. Good. 10 of these. Now 10 of the Mega Braves. What are we doing on these Mega Braves? Why does this music sound so cheesy? I believe I have to go get more Mega Brave. And hopefully I have some because I have this feeling in my gut like I'm running out. Okay. I'll be back. Mega Brave. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got some Mega Brave. Definitely. Here we are. Ooh. So do you like tag grading? I like them. I like tag grading. It's good company. I haven't looked at the menu in a few years. Holy cow, it has grown. You have to look at the extended menu as well. There's a link called that takes you to what's called the extended menu. So you got that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's for Miss Jen. Jen, how are you today, Jen? Hope you're feeling great. Got all these. Oh, looks good. It's a nice Eevee. Hoochie coochie. Can you play Big Bank Uchis? Big Bank Uchis. What? How's that Eevee only 23? That doesn't really make sense to me. Okay. What's that person asking for a shout out on the channel? Another ad to get people come to their channel? Maybe. We are. Can I get a shout out? My turn? It's Jen's turn. Yay, Miss Jen! Apparently we have another CS man order coming up. I'm very curious. We are? All right. Good. Lovely. I like how he called it a dopamine rush. That's how the brain works, doesn't it? You know, things give us dopamine and some things don't give us dopamine, like working real hard on something you don't love. It's like the opposite of dopamine. Okay. It's nice when you get to do more of the things you like in life. All right. Xerneas. Ooh. Ooh, come on, give us something hot. Give us something hot. No, not 2 Clowitzers. No, that's just a hollow. Come on. Aha! There we go, Jen. Picking up AR Alakazam. It's all good. Whew. I was getting scared there, man. You can't just have all hollows. That would have been terrible. I guess I've seen stuff like that, though. Okay. Next round. Cold. 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 Oh, Venusaur. Cold. Here's... What? Bulbasaur as well? You just need the Ivysaur now. Okay. Bulbasaur. Here's this guy and a cold one. Over the years, Alakazam has become one of my new favorites. I always liked Alakazam because he was like that psychic Pokemon that Sabrina used, and he was like super cool and like, you know. Okay. It's kind of cool that they had psychic Pokemon be in Pokemon at the release of the game, and that was probably inspired by that time period. There was a lot of animes and TV shows that had like psychic stuff going on, you know. There we go. Like spacecraft and psychic monsters. Akira, right? Beautiful. So just these two ARs, but they're pretty impactful. You pulled two very good ARs. So that's not a bad situation to be in. All right, Miss Jen, we got a box for you here. Okay. Swagakazam. Can you say Bulbasaur like that again? What island you Hawaiian from? I stay in Maui. I like his spoons. That way you can ask Alakazam for a spare. Ugh. Oh, thought I heard something falling. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we like to rotate these. Here's a nice holographic Snorlax. Nice card. Here's a nice Tangela. Okay, Tangela 5. Okay. And here is a nice Mega Gengar break. The first Mega Sublist spot has gone off. Alvaro Molina has a Mega spot. So it's 1 out of 8 completed. It's a big one. Vintage Gengar. Okay, Joshua Whipple, shipping plus 5 English FMA Union Arena with my store credit. Oh, yeah, so we have a new set, Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Where'd you go? You still awake, by the way? Did you fall asleep? I did not think there were going to be so many big orders in the line today, Joshua. That was a bit of a line. Sorry about that. So that's it, Full Metal Alchemist. And he wants the shipping. Okay, you ready? You guys, let me tilt this camera a little more this way, man. It is hard to stream on that one corner. You guys have not seen this get opened a lot. Okay? No one's ordered a whole box of Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal. Vegas now, but family still lives out there. I thought about moving to Las Vegas. I think the heat scares me. Also, it's kind of a more expensive place to live. Tennessee's kind of an interesting choice. No tax state, Smoky Mountains. They got pretty beautiful lakes as well, and low cost of living. What a combination. That's very attractive to me. Okay, we got some Winry. Winry the Mechanic. Here's Lust. Oh. Okay, give me that full art Lust. Olivier Mira Armstrong. The Armstrong family. There are. Here's Envy, Riza, and one more pack. Scar and King Bradley. All right, no snipe in this round. You did not get the snipe. King Bradley. He was about to say beautiful women and switched it to lakes. Did I? I wasn't thinking that. There you go. No, they got some good lake water. Very clean lakes. They also have nice weather. I don't know if you guys knew that about Texas. I meant Tennessee. Tennessee, if you get near the Smoky Mountains, they have like this 85-degree summer apparently. So that's, weather-wise, they're actually nicer than Texas and Missouri. So that's a very interesting area. Joshua Whipple. All right, Josh. So, Mr. Joshua. Wait, your bag is up here. Oh, my arm hurts so bad. I don't know why it hurts. I used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter, and he would say, Wania? What? It was a very bad place to go. Insert lizard pressing buttons meme. They need a lot lizard TCG. But I heard Costco's in Hawaii restocking this week. There we go. All right. We might need to plug this camera in now. We've been running unplugged. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Picking you guys up. Hold still. All right, setting you guys back down. How's that looking? Is that working? Having the cord attached this way kind of scares me, but we got to have it attached. All right. So we're jumping over here. Josh Whipple. Nice bonus order right at the end. Mr. Any EN Bubble Mew for sale? I'm afraid I do not have those for sale at the moment. We could host a break on one, but not until the Jolteon's done. Actually, we have 2 breaks. The Rare Candy EVV Max and the Heartbreak Jolteon. Those 2 breaks. Let's go ahead and print. Stamps has encountered an error in processing your request. This is the absolute most dog crap software in the world. Okay, let's see. Let's click on large package, and then let's shift back here to envelope. I bet it works now. Is it working now? Nope. Oh, if you did, it was going to be a slab away ASAP. I'm afraid that is all right. Here we are. I just do not have them. Here we are. All right. Let me hit print. My God, the shipping software does not want to print a label. Let me try picking this. I don't know why it's so bad, because it's been refreshed. Okay, now it's throwing some kind of code about how first class doesn't work, but it doesn't even have first class as an option. First class international flat document is not enabled for your account. We're shipping domestic. Wow, this software is crap, dude. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and just restart it now. We'll see if it works then. I stayed away from there when I lived there, only went there to see family. Hawaiian Dog the Bounty Hunter made it seem like it was terrible. Crazy, please send me a clip. About to be a bloodbath in Hawaii for Pokies. I think there is actually a convention very soon out here in Missouri, right? For the Kansas City Collecticon. You guys, anyone here going to the Kansas City Collecticon? Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, guys. Okay, Joshua Whipple. And we're going to say this is not too heavy of a package. Wow, this software is just super dog crap. And now we're going to hit print. We're currently checking up-to-date rates. Oh my gosh, man. Okay, here we go. So let's try printing. I bet it works now. And now it works. So I had to reset the software for it to work. Ugh. These medical bills stacked up so fast, had to dip into the personal collection. I'm sorry, man. Mister, does Pokemon come out with a new set every month? Almost. Yeah. Not every month. Well, yeah, maybe about once a month. Is it once a month or is it once every 2 months? Probably once every 2 months. But sometimes they have smaller specialty sets in between, like the Trick or Trade set. So it feels like once per month. All right, that is completed. Yay! Now we can start moving on. I like the video. Thanks, Saul. Now we got Mr. Toasty, 12 Korean Eevee Heroes. Oh, yeah. These haven't been opened too much lately, but they are still a absolutely golden product. Here it is. 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's Eevee Heroes. Pop these in here. Evolving Skies, and I'm sure Japanese Evolving Heroes is still dramatically rising in price. Very expensive. Ready? Japanese come out with new sets before English. Let's snip this. Let's snip this. Okay, and let's snip this. Very good. All right. Look at that Tangela staring into your soul. What's up with the Japanese and vine monsters? You got tentacle monsters. Okay, here's Jolteon. Cold. Zoroark. Hello. Really, there's one thing we care about in here, and that is the alt-arts. Good luck, Mr. Toasty. This is Toasty's round of Eevee Heroes. Here's Swampert, Swamp, Entei, Cold, and Gleefeon. Gleefeon? Look at that Gleefeon. All right, no luck on that round, Mr. Toasty. Worth a shot, though. This is a kind of product where it's probably just going to go dramatically more up in price over time, and those evolutions will follow suit. So let's find your bag. What would we be keeping you? Do we keep you under that new nickname, or do we keep you under the original name? Do you need a new bag, actually? You need a new bag, don't you? I think you need a new bag. That's my suspicion. There's a big moth on the window. So weird. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get you a fresh bag. Think original, mister. Very strim. Woo. That sucks. Okay. All right. Freaking tangle it, bro. All right. Good. All right. Did dog's wife die? Yes, she did. Throat cancer, and she didn't even smoke. Sometimes you can get something like throat cancer from other issues. Like, I've heard you can get it from having GERD, which is like really bad acid reflux. So there's other causes of throat cancer. All right. Great Ninja. Okay. Woohoo! We got a CS man order. He says, one whole Destined Rivals box. Let's just get her going. Can you tell me if I should grade anything from this? Abso-freaking-lutely. Let's go get a whole box of it. One moment, guys. One box of Destined Rivals. All right, I'm back. Sorry, that took a minute. I had to go get a fresh case, and that had to be opened out of like a shipping box. Wow. So that's a whole box of that. Now, I am tempted to replace that case. Give me a second here, guys. Oh, the booster bundles are here, huh? Let's look into that. Presumably, the booster bundles are at a better price. Okay, so we have booster bundles. Okay, it suggests that they should be sold at $12 per pack. What's a booster box of Destined Rivals go for these days? Has it changed? Okay, let me take a quick look at this. Oops. Oh, yes, it says I should be selling these at a dramatically higher price. So booster bundle it is then. The booster bundles are actually cheaper. All right, well, that is interesting to pay attention to. Let me get back on this real fast. The booster bundles are here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stock, I think, 2 booster bundles. And the price of Deaths and Rivals shall change from this point forward to $12 per pack. And I don't know if we should sell any more. Maybe we'll sell that last case off. But it says the booster boxes are actually much more expensive for some reason. So this has changed a little bit. So you got the older price, CS man. That's kind of nice. You know, I had a feeling this set should be going up in price. So they did a reprint. They did the booster bundles print run. Deaths and Rivals now a $12 product. Here goes. I placed a Deaths and Rivals order like 2 minutes ago. Have no fear. We'll take care of that too, okay? All right. CS man, look at that. Hot. But from this point forward, they shall be $12. And I think I might wait for the booster bundles to arrive to actually sell those. Because I think I should not actually open these booster boxes. Here we go. Tossing that over there. I looked up the price that the packs coming from the booster boxes should cost. It's actually a higher price than the booster bundles. Isn't that weird? Same product, but it's just from a different, you know, like different series. I can't fit this all very easily on the table. Or can I? Can I fit these all? Maybe I can do something like... I don't like putting the product off the camera's view. I don't like that. It's not a good long-term strategy for opening. All right, so that's half the box back there, and this is the other half in my hand. Let's go ahead and start sneaping. I have to pull something here. Please, bro. Are you ready? I have 25 booster bundles of Deaths and Rivals soon if you want some. Yeah? You got a price for me? Tell me in the... Discord server what the price is real fast. All right. Where are you sourcing yours from? That you would be interested in reselling them. Good luck, CS men. Lay them out flat. Okay, here we are. Okay. Wood. Get ready, guys. $1 million. Here it goes. Cyndaquil. Team Rocket's Petrol gets pulled. Look at that. He's a Waifu. I'm not a big fan of Waifus. They don't do very well. So anytime it's a dude, that card is not super valuable. I like this Ethan's Typhlosion holo, although I can see it's off center. I'm just going to place it with your holos. He's off center. So Ethan's Typhlosion. Here's Spatiops. Here's Panko. That's why I was asking if you wanted Prismatic. Oh, I see you got a little bit. My guy gets them for cheap. Nice, dude. Here's Yen Mega. All right. Here's Shroomish Crustle. Nice. Here's Lipard Zamazenta. Oh. All right. What I would be interested in doing is offering to pay you for access to that guy, but I don't want to establish a relationship where you're middlemaning for him to me. That would be a bad thing. Here we are. All right, there's Tyranitar. Here's Crobat. Very nice. Here's Mudbray. And Ekans. And Robska. I always want to say Rabaska. It's Robska. I source from multiple guys. That's kind of what I do as well. Here's Ogerpon. Here's Blipbug. The bug. We've got Ponyta. Nice. Spidiops. Nidoking. Look at that Nidoking. My dad works for Pokemon International. Oh, yeah. All right. Ooh, Cynthia's Roserade. You got 2 of them now. All right, 2 Cynthia's Roserades have been pulled now. Your Cynthia's Roserade wealthy. How nice. I want to pull a heist on a distro with the Mission Impossible theme playing. Well, you know, because Pokemon's as good as diamonds these days, man. What do you want, a diamond ring or the Mewtwo from Destined Rivals, you know? He'd be a $1,000 card all by himself. All right, cool. Let's get these open. Some dust so far. Now, hold on. That's very normal. You've got the whole box, right? So if the first half of the box wasn't too crazy, sometimes the craziness happens on the second half. There's a lot of good ARs that we're still looking for. You may have a shot in the rest of this box. The Petro coming out did not help. He takes up one of the SR spots, so he's not a good sign. But, you know, usually a box will not have just straight hits in it. There'll be a couple cold ones. So really all you need is one good card to come out of here. One good card. You don't need the whole box to be good cards. It's very rare for a box to work that way anyways. All right, we're cutting through. We're sneaping. Sneaping. And I can get you a pallet of cards directly from Ash. Ash who? There you go. There you go. Very nice. You mean from the anime? You just joking? Here goes. We've got Yanma. Ooh, Yanma. Here's the Webble Misty's Gyarados. I like the Misty's Gyarados. It's a pretty card. Misty anything is nice. Here's Electrike. TCCG for the win. Oh, thanks, man. That's very nice. Here's Electrike. Okay. And, oops. Breloom Fortress. Here's Garchomp. I've heard this music too many times. So you guys officially have 77 likes. And I think that their consecutive views for the daytime stream was... What were the consecutive views? It was under announcements. All right, so you guys, I'm pretty sure, beat the consecutive views too. So you're in business. The giveaways for the nighttime stream, we're going to host that probably tomorrow night, okay? All right. Here's Gobat. Ooh. I know a bunch of grapplers, and one guy works in cybercrime. Really? Here's Mewtwo. Look at that Mewtwo. Beautiful, man. That's actually one of the better pulls. Look at that. So this is a simple SR, but people just really like the way Mewtwo looks here. Hey, mister, what's Stun Seed backwards? These nuts. Oh, my God. Yay, 59 months. Wow, that's a long time, Russ. That's a really long time. We are. 59 months. The years are flying. Ah! I told you, you just need like one good card, and this is one of them. Team Rocket's Houndoom is probably, is it the top AR in the set? And this is probably like a top 10 or top 5 card, right? This is very good. So you pulled a great card out of here. Look how spicy that card looks. He's doing like a backflip. So cool. Very animated looking card. Okay, here's Smoliv. Smoliv. Here's Arboliva. See, not so bad of a box now. Now it's a decent box. Now if you could just get one more thing to pop out, I'd say it's a profitable box. Let's see. It might be a profitable box just with that doggy. We're turning into boomers. We kind of are. Yeah, we kind of are. We're all older now. Quilava. Another Typhlosion. I like this Typhlosion a little bit better. This one's looking a little nicer. Okay, a little Typhlosion. What should I grade here? Well, 100% I'd grade that Houndoom. Hold on, let's open the last pack. All right, so the last pack is here. Here's Electivire coming out of that last pack. He's not very popular. Okay. Good. God, I wish my neck would improve. I don't know why that neck pain's really severe. So you got all these hollows, but we are interested in these sleeved ones. You got all these hollows. You probably don't want to grade Greedent here. Did you see that? They all slid down. All right. What the hell? Stop. Okay. Very nice. Oh no, you shouldn't have kept it sealed. Send some prices on Discord. Thanks for the pack, TCC. I'm passing out work in the morn. Good night. So here's Electivire. Here's Ho-Oh. Here's Typhlosion. Look at that Typhlosion. Beautiful. Here's Arboliva. I like the Houndoom. I like the Mewtwo. Garchomp's nice. Electrike, not so much. I like this Gyarados. I like the Roserade. I like this Tyranitar. I don't like the Rocket Petrol. So these are the cards that, you know, I think would sell pretty easily if they graded 10. I think the Tyranitar, the Gyarados, and the Typhlosion, these three cards right here are really not bad. They're like decent hollow cards. And then these two are probably the top two cards. I'd probably grade these and pray for a 10, and they look decently centered, so you might get it. So these two right here are extremely good. I should open some of this product for myself, I think. We are. I should do like a whole case of Team Rocket Destined Rivals so that I have some product to grade, and I can make like a video out of it. There we go. This set's on the rise. Price is up. Yeah, the price is up. All right, CS Men. Here we go. So you got all these hollows in here. And you got these cards from last time too. So from your first round, I would grade this Roserade. Same deal. So the Roserade from both rounds, probably a card that you would consider grading. I don't think he'd be huge, but I think, you know, if he graded 10, he'd do well. But the dog and the Mewtwo, those are the Houndoom and the Mewtwo. Those are the two top pulls. Thanks for the packs, TCC. I'm passing out work in the morning. Good night. No problem, man. You're passing out. You got work in the morning? You can't go to work. Yeah, you better go to work. All right. Whew. All right. Here's Mark J. Valerian for 2 more English 151s. So to open that up, I believe I have to go get... By the way, this is a gym break right here, guys. Yeah, gym break. So I believe I need to go get a fresh box of the 151s. What is the price to look at it closely again? Oh, okay, so you're talking about maybe like pre-grades. Pre-grades are $3 per cards. So if you sent me $6, I could pre-grade the Houndoom and the Mewtwo for you and tell you what I think you should do with them, like specifically BGS, PSA, you know, and if I think they'll grade 10 or if I think they have a crazy shot at Black Label, which, surprise, almost nothing does. All right, I got to go get some 151s. This will take me a minute. I'll be right back, guys. I might need to restock 151, too. Oh, wow. All right. Here we are. Grab this. Let me get a quick view of 151. Give me a minute here, guys. What we are working on, we want to see how badly these have changed in price over time to make sure we are keeping up on our inventory of them, because I don't want to be finding myself sold out of them at some point. Okay. Anyone liked? You guys killed it tonight. Yeah, very nice. Okay, and how many packs is this? This should be 12, right? Okay, so that is 12. Ooh, and what is our price on this product today? Okay, so it's very close actually. So 151 will move from $15.50 to just $16. That's a 50-cent change. Not really dramatic. 50-cent change. So the Destined Rivals actually had a pretty significant price change, whereas the 151 did not. That's cool. I think it's because Destined Rivals was kind of cheaper in the first place, so it had room to grow, whereas 151 was kind of already expensive. All right. I think I'm going to mark Destined Rivals as sold out until the booster bundles come, because the booster boxes are, in fact, a lot more expensive than the booster bundles. So we'll say Pokemon English, Destined Rivals, coming soon, okay? So Destined Rivals at this moment is sold out. I'll service whatever order was still in queue, though. We are. We're going to hold on to those sealed booster boxes, save them for future breaks, and then we'll start running booster bundles. There we go. 151 has hit a plateau for now. That's a great time to open it, by the way. Here we go. You ready? That or before it rises. Okay. Oh! What? You are so freaking lucky, dude. How's he so lucky? Oh, not perfectly lucky, though. Look at this top corner. Not corner, top edge. That looks like a bump to me. Wow, he just easily pulls himself a Charizard. Yeah, I can feel that. That's too bad, man. I don't know if we can smooth that out. Do you want me to try? I don't think he'll smooth out, to be honest with you. Wow. Mark, it's got to be the good karma, in my opinion. That's probably the good karma. So random. Oh, ew, that bump looks so familiar. Isn't that sad? Now, that came out of freshly sealed Blooming Waters boxes. And so that was sitting, you know, pretty nice and neat inside of there. Must have been bumped at some point. I don't know when it got bumped, but probably during the manufacturing. But we can try to smooth that out a little bit. I don't know if it would work. I don't care. I just want me a Charizard. Yeah, you got it, man. You got the Charizard for sure. Now, this came out of a Blooming Waters that was sourced just kind of randomly from different people. So just because he pulled a Charizard doesn't mean that the next one cannot have a Charizard. Does that make sense? Think of it like this. If this came off of a stack of sealed cases off of a pallet, I would bet that there's not a good chance for a Charizard for a little while. But I didn't source them that way. I was just buying them from random people, one or two here, one or two there. So, and that's what I got. I've got them stacked up from random sources. So the next box of it could have another Charizard, or maybe none of them have a Charizard, you know, because you can get unlucky streaks too. But obviously this is very lucky. So there it is, Mr. Mark. Can't you email Pokemon and they can replace it? Gosh, I don't think so, but that's an interesting thought. My card has a bump on it. I want a brand new one. call Pokemon and tell them I want a PSA 10. All right, very nice, Mr. Mark. Beautiful, congratulations. Pokemon's too busy to give you a better looking card. Yeah, I think that's probably fair enough to say. Pokemon's gonna say that's just part of opening Pokemon cards, is some of them are nicer than others. All right, I'm gonna grab a link to the stream and I'll mention it to Mike's side that we did pull that. Well, I think tonight's thumbnail was pretty dang ugly. Let me scroll up here. Under here, stream clips. 151 Charizard pull, 140 minutes in. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's see. Emmanuel Valencia, 1 box of Korean Terra Festival. Let's see, Korean Terra Festival. So that's going to be, I don't know if I have a box of that sitting in the room. I think I have to stand up for that one. So let me go grab that box of Korean Terra Festival. Give me a minute. Oops, okay. Very nice. Let's see. All right. Oh. Good. Now I just need to pull Big Man Blastoise. Ooh. Big Man Blastoise. That'd be nice. You used to ask that one guy, he pulled 2 of them out of a UPC, I think. Mr. Brett, I think, pulled 2 of them. All right. Tossing that. So that's 1 whole box of Terra Festival Korean for Emmanuel Valencia. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Appreciate it. Bit of a busy Tuesday night, isn't it? We ran into Mr. CS Man. How cool is that? CS Man, he came by. He opened up some Destined Rivals. Very cool. He got it at the old price. That's a great deal for you. All right. I had a feeling, so I had to open up a fresh case of it. That's why I checked the price. I had a feeling that it had changed because it had been a good while since we last checked. And yeah, the booster boxes are way up in price. Okay, what do we got? We've got Mombreon. It's Mombreon. How cool is that? Love this Umbreon card. Okay, we'll set this here. Now, we should swap this around now, shouldn't we? So really, these booster packs need to go on the edge over here. Okay, and we'll place these here. Nice. Oops. Oh, there's your pull right away. So you've got the Savulege. Ta-da! He's still a really great looking card. I don't think he did well though. Might be the case that he's too busy. Like there's too much going on. You almost can't see what's going on in that card. Let's see if we can get a nice Master Ball out of here. So there's still a chance for a hot Master Ball or like a golden Pikachu to pop out. Okay. We got some of these. You know, I'm just going to place these in your hollows pile. Just get shredding through these, shall we? Oh, I thought that was it, man. I thought you got a Master Ball Umbreon right there. It was a regular Pokeball Umbreon. All right. We got Fezandipity. What do we have here? So this will take the place probably of that Master Ball. It's going to be the pink-haired Femboy. Okay. And here's a cold one. And here's a cold one. All right, there we have it. There we have it. That's some nice Korean cards. I'm going to place them over here. So we have plenty of Korean cards for our breaks. I'm colorblind, so I can't even see the Pokemon on that card. You cannot see the Pokemon? What? Yeah, he blends in a little bit. That's for sure. So we're going to find your bag now. Edwin Delcid. Efren. Let's see. Ah, here we are. Okay. You want that Tag Pikachu 10? Somebody just bought the Tag Pikachu 10. How nice is that? He's a lovely card. Looks so good in the tag slab. I want to see. Yeah, take the sleeve off to see it. Tag really does win when it comes to the beauty of their slabs. I feel like even CG's... Oh, it's a red label. I didn't notice that when I priced it. You got a deal on this for sure. If I knew he was red label, I'd have done a higher price. Because that makes him third or fourth print run. So you did good on this one. But that's okay. So I'm happy you got that. And now let's see. Miss Jen, 20 more Mega Braves. All right, so the rest of the Mega Braves for Miss Jen. Okay. She said, why not just find out what's in that box? I hear Mr. S, the sweetest embossed in his day. The sweetest embossed. What does that mean? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All 20 are here. This Trafalgar Law looks so ugly. Let's get him off of here. That Zapdos isn't ugly, though. $40 holographic Zapdos graded 10. So that's not a bad deal. The cost to grade with tag grading has actually gone up. And so if you were to try and grade one of those Zapdoses yourself right now, and it's not a guaranteed 10 when you grade it, you know. Let's say, you know, every 3 of them grades 10 and then 1 grades 9. Or every 2 of them grades 10 and 1 grades 9, a price of $40 is extremely reasonable. The only thing you have to ask yourself is, do you really want it? You know, do you think it's good looking enough? I think he looks great. That's why I bothered to send him out. I like grading up these hollows sometimes just because they don't get a lot of love. All right, you ready? Cold. Oh, the Gatorade bottle, just like you wanted. Pokemon cards of your dreams. All right, here we have Mawile. See you in a while, Mawile. Here's the bunny bread. That's what I said, bunny. Ah, I'm on fire. Here's Dialga. See, he looks kind of cool, right? I could see this guy sitting in a nice tag slab. Don't you think? He's good. But that one's off center, so he's got no shot. So there we go. So, you know, every hollow card you pull, it's not a 10. Here's Camerupt. Here's Steelix. Cold. Lucario. Yveltal. Look at that Yveltal. Okay. Come on, where are the hits? Cold. Oh! Woo! We did it! There's the Ivysaur. Nice, dude. I was just saying we gotta get you Ivysaur. Bulbasaur and Ivysaur completed. Now, did you already pull? Oh, wow. That was a hot box. Jen, imagine you had just left it and given up on it. That was a hot box, actually. Wow, that's a sexy card. That's the Mega Absol. This card's gonna do numbers in English, man. Look at that. They did this card justice. It looks awesome as hell. So emo. Da 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 da. Scooby Doo Beeby Doo 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 Doo. I need like a Linkin Park song to play while this character's out. Shops at Hot Topic for sure. Look at that beautiful Steelix, man. Oh, baby. All right. Good box for Miss Jen. It's 2 to 3 hits in the Japanese boxes now. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night I'll fall for you. All right. So, Jen's got a pretty fat stacked box at this point. I think these will still fit. Jen, we're going to have to crack out the Jen case again. Same for Sarah Dewsbury, actually. Sarah, she's a big dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. We like Miss Sarah. The full art trainer counts as an SR. Yeah, the Gatorade bottle. Look at that poor Cloud. You think Cloud will ever finish? Or should we, you think we should cancel him? Maybe I cancel him. Poor Cloud. He's not a Pokemon card, so I don't know if I feel like forcing him through with the star set. And here's Snorlax. It's Snorlax. All right, cool. Next up, we've got Mr. Oscar Resendez did buy this Pikachu. Let me hand that off to him. Beautiful. Oscar Resendez. Ohio is for lovers. What? What do we got now? We've got our Nathan Gordon 6 Destined Rivals. So this will be the last box of Destined Rivals we open until the booster bundles arrive. Ready? One whole box of Destined Rivals. I want to open up some Destined Rivals. I love Team Rocket cards. I really do. You know, I didn't open much of this for myself. Maybe I'll open some. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to store these for breaks in the future. And then I'm going to buy some bonus booster bundles. And that's what I'll open for myself. All right. So 6 of these. Now, I was recommended to sell these at almost $15 a pack coming out of the booster boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The booster bundles stayed at $12. Much better price, obviously. All right. What if I don't remember how much I owe on Slab Away and I want to pay it off? Tell me your name, Mr. Sebastian. What's your name? There. I'll help you out. I need to know your name that you used to pay with. However you paid, if it's PayPal, Cash App, just tell me your name that you used to pay with. And I'll go look it up. Now, the simple way to look it up is on our Discord server. I'll actually show you that live. Here goes Nathan Gordon. Can we pull you the spiciest Pokemon? We got Smoliv. We've got Toad's Cruel, the Zapdos. That's fun. Yeah, I might be a big fan of this set. I might need to open up a case of this for myself for fun. Okay. Pupitar, Dondozo. Freaking Dondozo. I love that it has a Tyranitar in it. That actually looks kind of cool. Annihilate. Regirock. Boop. And ta-da! All right, no super luck in that round. You did pick up the Regirock. He's a cool Pokemon. But yeah, they should have given Regirock an Altart in this set. That'd have been pretty wild. Why is he in here anyways? He doesn't match anything. He doesn't match anything. Why the hell is Regirock in Destined Rivals? What was their thinking behind that? They're just like, I like Regirock, put a Regirock in there. Sebastian Amador. All right, Sebastian. So we got to make sure that it's not a slab that's been repoed. Repo means that it reached the 6-month agreement time period and then got taken back. So I'm going to go check for that very first. We're going to see if it's still active. Because remember, Slab Away is an agreement to pay it within 6 months. All right. Ah, you have it from May. It says you have $84 left. So here we are. We're in our Discord server under Slab Away channel, right? And down here we have May 25, Sebastian Amador, PSA 10 Mewtwo. And it says the last amount was 84. So you can see everything you guys have in Slab Away is publicly listed in our Discord server for you to be able to look up. See? So it's in this channel right here, the Slab Away channel. See that? So you click on that channel, and that'll take you to that list, okay? And it's alphabetically ordered, so you can look your name up by just checking the alphabetical order. So all the information is public. If you absolutely cannot get into Discord, you can always just ask me, and I'll be happy to help you understand what you have left on it, because it's very easy to look up. So it'll be $84 and your Mewtwo's done. Now, you ordered it in May, so let me think. You got May, June, July, August. That's 3 months deep. I recommend putting some kind of payment on it, even $5, like today or before September begins, okay? Wake me up when September is here. But I recommend doing that so that your card doesn't look abandoned, okay? All right. Cool. Look at this spike in viewership. See this bar? So see the really tall spike right there in the middle? That would definitely be the daytime stream. And then this spike over here is definitely the nighttime stream. So the streams are pulling in a lot of views. It's very interesting. And it seems like these vertical streams are not a small deal, guys. Like if you want to see our channel grow and grow much faster, we're just supposed to do the thing that YouTube rewards you for doing, I suppose. We are. Like I'm saying, I don't know if I should wait for my competitors to figure out the same thing and they all start vertical streaming. Maybe we should just be vertical streaming. That's Nathan Gordon with an N. Let's see, Nathan Gordon. You got a box. Yes, the Nathan Gordon box. We are. YouTube wants vertical streams, apparently. That's what they want. They say, get that vertical stream. What do you guys think about that? I think that's a big deal. You can literally see the spike in viewership when we go live. That's not normal. You normally cannot see that. Normally, the live stream doesn't get enough views to truly change that bar graph. There might be a slight bump, but never a large bump. It's not a large bump. I'll move this to a different part of your box. I got to buy some Playboy cards. At this rate, Mr. may as well do vertical and stream on TikTok at the same time. True, we might be able to do a dual stream to TikTok or probably just TikTok. I don't exactly know how that would work, or even if TikTok would allow it. I would hate for them to shut my account down if they're block it or something, or shadow ban it if they discover I'm dual streaming from YouTube, because they could probably have tools to understand that. I'll research that a little bit, but here we are. All right, good. TCC PokeRev collab, except no clickbait thumbnails and unnecessary screaming from PokeRev. I gotta buy some Playboy cards. I was gonna say, said hi. Oh yeah, I hear PokeRev is really interested in doing a collab with me. He was talking about it just the other day. Said that TCC guy, he's really on the up and coming. I'd love to do a collab with them. All right, check it out. We got some slabs here. Look at these slabs. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I must have purchased this from Mr. Aovic, huh? Lickitung from Dragon Frontiers. I guess this is just going to go in some CGC box unless I sell it. What is this Lickitung doing these days? When did I buy this? Like a month or two ago? We are pretty starving for anything at all. CGC 10, Dragon Frontiers. We're starving for any decent looking vintage cards. He's just about $100 on eBay, so his price really hasn't changed. Yeah, you can see him right here for one honey. That purple one. So he has not changed very much. Then again, I guess I would have gotten him a percentage off of 85, so we could potentially just sell him at 100 and call it a day. I think I paid like 40 for him. Oh, we're all taking a cut. Yeah, it's pretty nice when a card jumps like that, huh? We are. So I might be able to make 20 bucks on him. Let me, I think I might hold him a bit longer, but he's a bit of a strange one, isn't he? He's not one that people get all excited for. Like, when's the last time you heard somebody say, gosh, I really want that Lickitung? You know what I mean? Lickitung's one of those Pokemon. Frosted Caribou put PokeRev in the video. He, bad for kids. What are you talking about? I keep hearing her name. What did she do? She complained that the Pokemon hobby is different now. We are. Didn't she complain about Gary V King Pokemon or whatever? No, not Gary V. His name's just Gary King Pokemon. We are. She complained about him too. I respect him, although I don't agree with him on the Metazoo stuff. Beautiful cards here. Look at that Thick Wick. Am I ready to sell that? Vintage guys would want him, I think. I think so. Let's take a quick look at Thick Wick. She's very thick, thicky wicky. Did I do good on this card or what? Let's see. So the cheapest one's now $1,000 for Thick Wick. I've held this card for so many years. Doesn't have a sale price at $1,000 though, so there's no evidence that the card definitely sells for $1,000. Let's put it up here just to tease some people, just to make them go, maybe. I'm always open to trades, by the way, too, guys. You can send in slabs you were going to commission anyways or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we can work some out. All right. Well, that sticker tag is dead. Doesn't matter. We need to give her a big sticker. Wick looking like a peeper's happy story. I like the vertical stream, mister. It's a great way to show off the stream to more people. I just like the idea of the channel growing faster. I prefer the horizontal streams for the aesthetic. I think the aesthetic's better. But, I mean, the numbers are not lying. YouTube really wants you to, they want you to stream this way. And they say, we got a lot of viewers for you if you stream this way. So that's hard to ignore, you know. Because if I don't do it, it's just going to be some competitor does it. And then we're going to be like, oh, no. So here is Mr. CS Man. I don't know which ones you said were expensive. So whatever they are, please have a look. 5 cards, please. I'll send the 10s to grade and the money right after. CS Man, you still awake? Here we go. Let's see what we got. I think you are because the time zones are different for you. So this is not really late at night for you. This might be more like daytime. So here we go. He wants to see a top 5 come out of here. You guys ready? We're going to pick a top 5 cards for him. Lots of hollows here. You know, I might be interested in a block of hollows from this set because I like it so much. I might offer a little bit of money for those if you don't want them. Oh, this Zapdos needs a sleeve. Or send him over there. All right. So he was... So definitely look into this guy. We're going to look into him. The ARs are important. We're going to ignore the Team Rocket Grunt Pedro. This is very important. So I'd say the 2 rows of rates. You need one more. I am going to see if either of these Tyrannotars are doing well because I feel like the Tyrannotars are pretty safe. Same with the Misty's Gyarados. Those are just hollows, of course, but those are actually cool hollows. But these 4 are where we're going to start. Are you ready? All right. I do not want them. Feel free to offer anything. How about one more booster pack in exchange for the hollows? I'll give you a booster pack for those. That's like paying $12 for the hollows. All right, let's see. This card definitely has a shot at a 10. Not a black label, though. So it's not perfect either. So it's got lifted corners. It's got uneven corners. No, this card's falling in a grade right now. So I'm seeing an actual print line, which I assume if they have computers scanning these at high definition, they'll see it. You ready? So here goes. That's so crazy that it doesn't show up for you guys as easily as it shows up for me. Wow. Do you need to zoom more, maybe? There it is. You see that line? It's hard to get the light to show the line, but there it is. Right on the blue. Straight line right there. It's a shallow line, but they use forensic imaging these days. I'm sure they do not use just eyeballing it. Maybe they do. If PSA really does just eyeball it, I would be surprised by that. All right, so this card is being given a 9. That is the grade I'm offering. That is my opinion on it. It's just an opinion. You could still send it to PSA, but it's going to be a 9. Okay? All right. So this is the real challenge of getting good Pokemon cards. It's not just getting lucky when you open them. You then have to get lucky a second time when they grade. This is why we offer the breaks, guys. The breaks remove the odds for the grade. It's already a 10. So if we could take a look at the breaks real fast, let me show you a fantastic break, everybody. So here's one. No one's jumped in this yet, but this is S Beyond VMAX. You have to pull this out of Fusion Strike, and that box of Fusion Strikes kind of going to the moon. It's really expensive. And yeah, beautiful card. I could just cancel this, put this back into my inventory. It won't hurt my feelings. We are. All right. Someone used 2 for power. I do not want them. Feel free to offer. Okay. So next, after the Houndoom, we're going to check this Mewtwo. I want to check this Mewtwo. Are you ready? Centering on the Mewtwo is beautiful. It looks great in terms of centering. Oh, this one's clean as hell, man. I like what I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, this looks great. Oh, this is looking like an easy 10 to me. Yeah, that looks really good. Not seeing any surface flaws that stand out. Wow, that's a real strong candidate for a 10. Could be a pristine 10. So you could risk sending this to BGS for the BGS pristine 10. And of course, you want to do that when you can, because that also gives you a very, very small chance at a black label. That's what that does. Gives you a very small chance at a black label. Let's see. The top might be slightly thinner than the bottom, ever so slightly, like a hair. I'd consider BGS for this one. So I would consider this one just a straight 10. And then I'd consider BGS for it. Why does it do this? I don't know why it does that. The holder's like too short for the sleeve, isn't it? You know? And it's just so silly. I'm going to throw this away. Let me throw this away. Okay. That gets thrown away. Hopefully this one's a better fit. BCG that? BGS. Beckett grading. See, this one fits fine. Look. See? That's how it should be. Okay, so we're going to say... Oh, my eyes are itchy. We're going to put down the B for Beckett. And we're going to say 10 on that. Because we're going to give that, we're going to consider sending this to Beckett in case it gives it a pristine 10. Now, if you send it to Beckett, that means it could also come back 9.5 or worse if they decide they found something. My grade is not an official grade. Beckett's grade would be an official grade. So it's actually so clean, though. I think it's got a real shot at a pristine. And so a pristine would sell for more money than a PSA 10. Additionally, if it has a shot at a black label, we'd like to see if it gets it. So I would consider Beckett for that one, sure. So that's 2. Okay, so we got 2 more to check. Okay, this one, these have lips on them. I call them lips. And a half dot on that one. So this would be 9.5 plus. That was pretty fast, huh? Yep. Yep, we're going to say 9.5 plus on this one. Okay. And then we're going to check the last Roserade. The lips are a serious offense these days. This Roserade has off-centering on the front. It's got lips. It's got a dot on one of the edges. It's got a half dot on the upper corner. So I would bet that that Roserade's 9.5 plus, meaning maybe it could get a 10. Probably not, but maybe. And this one's just going to be a solid 9. All right, so those are my opinions on those 4 cards there. You got 9, 9.5 plus. You could send this one off to like PSA, and this one's probably just a solid 9. And then you need to grade one more card, probably one of these, right? Let's see. I think these 2 are off center. And then the Misty's Gyarados has better centering. So let's take a quick look at the Misty's Gyarados. It's $40 per card to send out for grading, correct? That's correct, $40 per card. It's pretty pricey. If you're living here in America and you wanted to do all of the work yourself, you could get better prices. But since I'm doing the work and providing the materials, okay, so this is officially a 9. You're paying for a lot of stuff. So first of all, you have to pay BGS's grading fee. And then you have to pay for BGS's return shipping. They don't tell you that when they tell you the price per grade, but yeah, return shipping can be quite expensive. Then you have to pay to ship it to them. So it costs money to actually ship the cards to BGS. And there's like a couple of supplies, you know, like the semi-rigid. That's not that much. But then there's one last ingredient. You're also paying for my time. So my time is, you know, time and insurance, I'd say. So time and insurance is the last part. Here it is in case something goes wrong. So the Gyarados is going to end up being a 9 as well. So that's what I've determined on these. This is 9, 9, 9.5 plus, and 9. The two I would grade are these right here. I'd send this one to probably to PSA with the P, and this one to BGS with the B, if you're wanting to grade these. Okay? This one has a small chance for a 10. This one has a solid shot at a 10. Might even come back pristine. If it comes back 9.5, you could cross-grade it to PSA. All right. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put these back in here. Okay. Yeah, I like the hollows on this set because I like Team Rocket a lot. I'm just a Team Rocket fanboy. Oh, no, wait a second. We got to put these back in, too. Mister's time is premium. I definitely do not enjoy grading cards. Submitting cards to PSA and BGS is one of the worst parts of the job. It's very slow. It's very meticulous. It can take 6 to 12 hours to get it done. You'd think it wouldn't take that long, but it really actually does because you have to do a lot of prep. And I send out some of my own cards along with it. And it's just tons and tons of organizing. You can't make any mistakes. There can be 0 mistakes. One mistake can cost $500, you know, with these kind of things. So it's kind of like sending diamonds or gold off. And it's kind of scary. Okay, we got Sebastian Amador. I'll pay off the rest of the slab away and 1 pack of Mega Symphonia. I might have a bag from April. The rest is for shipping. You should have a bag from April. April's not that old. So Mega Symphonia. You got it, man. How's it going, Sebastian? It's nice to hear from you. Let's go ahead and open this. All right. Very good. Cold. Okay, 1 cold pack. Let's go looking for that bag. I'm sure the bag is here. If it's just from April. April was only 5 months ago. God, dude, the time's flying, isn't it? Sean Leon. Sebastian Amador. Here you go, Sebastian. We have a Sergio Espinoza, a Savert, and a Sean Dieter. Sean Dieter? I'm happy to pay for you to submit a card. I don't have a membership or nearly half the experience. There we go. All right. I think that for people who are international, it's not a bad deal to have somebody already in America take care of it for you. And so you can actually open cards here and have me send them off to PSA, BGS, tag grading, CGC, or even something else that you're interested in. And then on top of all that, you can even have me forward it to a consignor too. So I can help you with that as well. A consignor is like somebody who sells the card on eBay, for example. And so if you need me to forward the card to a consignor, I can do that. We also offer to sell the card on our table. The payout is 73% store credit and 68% cash. So we changed the cash to be a little more punishing. So it's 73% store credit, 68% cash. Now, Mr. Sebastian, you paid off that Mewtwo. Ooh, okay. So let me think. That was from May. There's a chance it's still over here. Let's check over here, Sebastian. Mewtwo time. I'm curious what Mewtwo it was. I'm glad you popped in and asked about it. All right, here it is. So this, oh, that's not bad. Breakthrough Mewtwo 9 for only $125. That's a cool one. Looks like it used to be a Caleb card, but now it is a Sebastian card. We're going to go ahead and toss this over here. Okay. For shipping, I need to send you like an address and stuff like that. My PayPal address is not correct. LMAO. That's correct. So the first step you'll want to take, go ahead and update your PayPal address so that it is accurate. That's a good idea just in general, because a lot of companies use PayPal and they might use the wrong address if you have the old address. The second thing you'll need to do, you'll need to get me your phone number so that I can give you booty calls at night. But no, the real reason is because the shipping company will require that phone number for customs. We are. They will require the phone number for me to make an international label. We are. You get the booty joke for free. Sebastian Amador. There we go. Booty calls. All right. How nice is that, man? So that'll go right over here. Miss Alexis will receive that, and we need to ship you out. Let's go ahead and ship you out. Sebastian. Looks like we've never shipped you out before, Sebastian. So I'm going to go log into PayPal. I am logged into PayPal. That's where we looked this up, I guess. Cool. So I'm grabbing your address from PayPal. And then I'm going to grab your email from PayPal. All right, and this is not a terribly heavy shipment, it seems. So we're going to lower the weight slightly. $2 in a Newport. Trying to collect every single Mewtwo graded or not. I'm missing only a couple of the really expensive old ones. Can't wait to finish the collection. Oh, cool. You like Mewtwo a lot? He's a popular one. All right, there we go. Man, I had a turkey sandwich today. So all my food for today was 2 turkey sandwiches. I had 2 of them. That's a lot of turkey sandwich. And this turkey sandwich had like a really crusty crust. Like it was crunchy, it was strong. You ever eaten bread with a strong crust? It's a really crusty crust. I bite into it, and it cuts my gums on the inside of the gums. You ever done that? Taking a big bite out of a really sharp crust on a bread, and it actually cuts your gums. It cut the gums behind my teeth on the jaw, right? On the lower teeth, lower mandible. And it didn't like cut it real bad. It's like scraped now, and I can feel it. It's so annoying. How can bread be dangerous? It's gonna scratch your gums or something. But I bit into it probably too vigorously. I think I was starving at the time. We are. Ouch. Do you do shipping the day of or like at the end of the week? That's a great question. So the way it works, we ship 3 times per week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can order shipping whenever you want, but it will go out next time Miss Alexis is here. We have a, I guess you'd call her an employee. It's weird saying that, like an employee, you know, because it's so weird. I guess maybe I'm a millennial and I hate the idea of having like an employee, but she works over here and she does all the shipping. She's been working on the shipping for 1.5 years now. Yeah, we've known Alexis for 1.5 years now. It's been a while, hasn't it? And she comes over 3 times a week to do shipping, unless she can't make it, in which case it'll be 2 times a week. Usually she makes it though. Mr. blaming his gingivitis on crusty bread. No, it's not gingivitis. I can feel it. It's in my gums. A scrape. And it's all swollen there now. It's because I bit it. You know what I was doing? I was actually gaming. I was playing Elden Ring Night Rain with Karis. And we had the turkey sandwiches from Panera. And I bit into mine while I was playing. So I bit really aggressively. And the freaking crust scratches my behind my back teeth here, and it's like, dang, dude, I'm trying to eat too fast. All right, so extra $3 to carefully inspect the Mewtwo again to see if it can get a black label. All right, you want a grade? Wait a second. Oh, this is from Mr. CS Man. Okay, so we're talking about a different Mewtwo here. The other guy had a Mewtwo. Now this is CS Man's order. Yes, CS Man says, BGS grade the Mewtwo, PSA for the other card you said I should grade, extra $3 to carefully inspect the Mewtwo to see if it can get the black label. I can do that twice if you'd like. It's not probably not going to change my opinion too much, but yeah, I'll take another look. Here we are. Okay. Pop this back open. All right. I believe you, mister. I had a bologna sandwich and it tasted weird. I think no more for a while. Uh-oh. Not the weird tasting bologna sandwich. Okay. I was shopping for granola because I'm trying to eat like some healthy fiber food. And dang, dude, how is it like all granola I could find at like on the Walmart website? It has like soy oil in it. It's got canola oil. It's got sunflower oil, which I've heard some of it's bad, some of it's good. And it's got sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Like, dang, dude, I thought granola is like supposed to be healthy. It's so bad. And I had to do a bunch of research to find like a decent granola. So I'm going to write CS Man down. And then P for PSA. That's what that is. There it is. So your card's going out to PSA. We have another one that's going out to PSA. You want to see it? Well, if I can pick it up. There it goes. So this one's going out to PSA as well. Louis Laura pulled this earlier today. Check that out. Beautiful, right? These cards will come back graded, and I hope they both get 10s. Gotta watch the added sugar. Yeah, it's terrible. You just want some healthy granola or something, and it's like, dang, dude, the only thing you can get is unhealthy food. Even brands that were like sort of advertised as healthy brands. So here we go. You want me to do a little zoom? All right. So one of the first things we look at is the symmetry on the corners. See the symmetry? That's good. You want symmetry on all four corners, and that's a really good sign about the centering. So we're looking for that symmetry. Good. So if all four corners have symmetry, that's pretty good for the centering. And then we're looking for a similar thing on the back. Now, I was staring at the back, and the bottom versus the top seemed like the top was just a hair thinner. So that could be enough to stop Black Label. But it could still grade a nice pristine if you're lucky. Even pristine can be hard to get. Surface is a very important, really all of it, edges, corners, and surface. But look at that nice clean edge, nice clean corner, no cutting mistake, no dots at all. We actually don't even want to handle this too much. You know, you're having me handle it again. But now that we've determined it's a really nice card, we don't want to touch it too much. We don't want to jinx it. But I'm pretty good at handling cards. I've handled cards for a long time. But look at that, just perfectly clean on the back. Really nice looking. That's what you're looking for. That does not guarantee the BGS grade will be 10 or Black Label. All it means is that I think this card is looking extremely good, and I would predict a higher grade. Okay. In the end, it's up to BGS what they determine. They'll have probably a scanner, and they'll do a forensic look at the card. That's most likely what they'll do. Okay. All right. So, but if this was my card, this would be going right off to BGS because it looks so good. So we'll put a nice fat B on that. Do you think I risk it to be BGS or PSA? Like I said, if this was my card, this would be going right off to BGS at the small chance that it gets a Black Label. Lots of the cards you send to Beckett will not get Black Label, but on occasion they will. And if you opt for your very best cards, this will reduce the amount of waste. You know, like you don't want 9.5s. And then also, if you get a pristine from Beckett, pristine's not bad. They sell. They're very good. They're harder to get than PSA 10s. Pristines are harder to get. So pristine's a higher grade. So there you go. We've got a Beckett and 2 PSA cards to send out. Now, those go out like once per month. Just so you know, they don't go out immediately. Those will go out after a little bit of time. Toss that back there. Now you got this nice fat bag. Now this would be very easy to ship if it didn't have so many hollows in it. Yo. We sending this to BGS. That's what I think you should do. That's my recommendation. I would send it to BGS. When you have a shot at a Black Label, you got to take it. Even though you're probably not going to get it, you got to take it. Because if you never take that shot, you'll never have Black Label. And I have been getting some Black Labels, you know, like we have one on the table. Let me show you a Black Label we got recently. Let me drop all my cards I meant. They're so slippery. Okay, there we go. That's why they're in holders, I guess. You ready? So here it is. Black Label Hello Kitty. What does Wick go for in Black Label? Is there a Black Label Wick? I don't think there is. But this one Hello Kitty card's got that beautiful golden and black label up there. And if I did not send that to BGS, I would not have had that happen. I sent a lot of those cards to BGS, and only like 1 or 2 of them turned into black labels. So your odds are still low, but you want to take a shot to give yourself a chance. All right. Black labels have the best premium in the entire card market. The trick, in my opinion, is to look at the card very carefully. You want to look very carefully at the card to see if it can actually get black label. And you can rule out a lot of cards, like even the slightest flaw, just immediately rule it out. Don't even bother. But if you find one where you can't find any flaws at all, just go ahead and toss it in there, you know? Like that. I like this one a lot. This one's cool. This is a Hello Kitty card. I'm not even a Hello Kitty fan. I just know that this is special. I should probably price this. I don't know. What do you guys think this should sell for? Maybe like 700? I think it's cool. It's a BR, I guess. Actually, since it's a BR, it's not like the rarest thing in the whole world, is it? With it being a BR. Oh. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me change the way these are sitting. Here, let me just do this. There it goes. There we go. They snap into each other now. That's cool, isn't that? So these magnetic holders will actually stick to each other. Pretty neat. Like I'm only holding one of them, but I picked up 2 of them. Pretty neat. That shows you the strength of the magnet. Pretty neat. Here's that SGC holder too. Okay. So thank you so much for tonight, Mr. CS. Man, that was very cool of you to pop back in and open some cards, and I hope your card grades really well. All right, what do we got now? We got an order from Click. Mr. Kevin, shipping for the cards, except for the 2 grading cards. All right. Oh, you're shipping within the U.S. Oh, all right. Nice, dude. Ah, very cool. No problem at all. So let me get this all set up. We're going to hit clear on this. Wow, we still have an... Oh, wait. Oh, I'm confusing you with someone else. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you don't have any worries about an old address because the old address is probably international. Can I get a zoom out, or did we try that already? This is as zoomed out as it gets. This is zoomed out. All right. So, Mr. Kevin, would you say that the address is updated for PayPal? Is it ready to go? Let's go ahead and plug this in. Let's grab your email. He says yes. Okay, the address is up to date. So we're going to use that address. We're also going to use your email that PayPal gives me, okay? PayPal gives me the email that you shared with them. All right. Just kind of weigh that in my hand. We're hitting print. And we're printing. There we go. Oops. All right. The bulk stack is pretty large tonight. We're pretty busy tonight, huh? Wow, we have more likes than viewers. You guys smashed it out of the park with those likes. Really impressive. Okay, there you go. I like that. You got a US address now. You hanging out here in the United States? Very cool, man. All right. This payment is being processed. Which one? This transaction is no longer pending. Oh, I think that's the $500 order from Mr. Carpenter. So that's no longer pending, huh? That's really cool. Yes, LMAO, going to college. Oh, that's so cool, man. I envy you. The college days are some of the best days of your life, so I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to make a lot of friends and date some girlfriends so you get some hot girlfriend experience, or You might even find your wife at college. That's what I did. I found my wife at college. So be sure to rub elbows with a lot of people. And what do you care to share what classes you go to? What are you majoring in? Let's see. College time. That's cool, man. Trafalgar Law, huh? College can also be sucky in other ways, you know. Sometimes the food is bad. Sometimes the college professors don't care. Sometimes the subject is boring. You're like, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, the Pikachu. How is the Pikachu in here? That Pikachu shouldn't be in here. Here he is. He should be on the table. Look at that Nazgul card. Ooh, a nice Nazgul. Sociology. I'm trying to transfer to business, though. Very cool. Yeah, sociology, that's one of those social sciences. Very fun subject. There's no doubt about that. Very, very fun. I took socioeconomics in community college before I quit and went to a full university. And so I took socioeconomics, and it was like I just felt smarter and more aware of things. The problem is, how do you turn that into money? That's a tough question. And, you know, that's why maybe you're thinking about that business degree, because a business degree is a little more obvious. Yeah, a nice business degree. Now you're talking. Now you're talking, hey, give me this job in sales. A lot of money in sales if you, you know, or whatever it is you get into, negotiating stuff. Business is primarily sales, but you might be interested in law, which is like all businesses end up dealing with law. Any serious business has to deal with law and regulations. HR, you know, hiring and firing, management. If you love to yell at people and manage people, you know, probably not these days. These days, you probably say nice things to people. But business, you know, that's the heart of all society is you do business with each other, trade. So that's always a solid degree, especially if you get, you know, an especially good education in that. Like the teachers are actually really good, and you make good friends, and you get a good. This was very important for Karis and I. During your summer break, be sure to get a good internship. You want to get some internships on your resume so that by your senior year, when you start applying to places, you can list all your internships on your resume. That's so important because we learned maybe the hard way that you needed to have those internships. Now, that didn't stop either of us from getting jobs, I guess, ultimately, but we were learning about, you know, our colleagues, our friends in college. They did get those internships, and they actually made money on their summer times. We should have done that. We were so stupid we didn't do that. They made money. They got experience. They were more confident when they were searching for jobs, and I'm sure the resumes looked pretty decent as well. Another thing you can do, be sure to join like college clubs or groups that you can also put down on your resume. So we had like a computer science club, and if you could get a job in the computer science club, like an official officer of the club, you can put that down on your resume as well. And companies care about that kind of stuff. It shows sort of like a passion for the subject. It also shows maybe like a passion for communicating with people or like being part of a team, being part of a group. Also, if you're a tutor, that's another strategy. So those are all great strategies while you're in college. Those are like the extracurricular things you want on your resume. There's probably more advice than that. That's just some of the stuff that occurred in my experience. I got lucky. I got voted into being the president of the computer science club at my university. So when it was time for me to look for a job, I actually got a call from a company that says, we would like you to join us. So I got somebody calling me on my cell phone. I was like, well, who's this? And they're like, hey, we found your resume. We'd like you to come over and apply. Let's see. And then, you know, and I actually continued to receive emails from, because I think the school set you up for that. I continued to receive emails from people who are like headhunting software engineers. I got headhunted for like 5 years after I finished college. I don't get it anymore. So I'm out of that system. But for years, people were saying, hey, would you like to be a computer scientist over here and program with blah, blah, blah? And by then I was already a YouTuber. And I was like, no, this is way more fun than programming. Programming is boring, man. Yeah, they're saying that programming is a tough degree now because you either have to be a freaking genius level programmer and take on like the most complicated code in the world to be valuable, or you're just got no job because you've been replaced by AI soon. So there's a lot of fear about that right now. All right, guys, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. The queue is clear. If you guys want to keep going, let me know. Send in an order. Let's take a look at some beautiful slabs coming out of those white boxes that you saw. What do we have here? Oh, that old Ho-Oh, the Houndoom. So these cards are kind of waiting around to be turned into breaks. Oh, this Belly Bolt was supposed to be a 1 and 2 break. It's supposed to be a gym challenge break. Let's get that card going. Let's get that card up here. Koga's Ditto. Weiss Schwartz. Oh, man, we got this cool Hello Kitty signature card. A Manectric for 400. 325. I bet the card's a little more expensive than that now. A Zubat. We got some cool cards, man. Just all over the place. All right. I'm always trying to work on these slabs a little bit because there's too many to count, and I lose track of what we do and don't have. We are. This card probably went down in price, this Ionis Belly Bolt, because as time goes by, more of them get graded. So the initial launch of a product, you know, that's when their grade prices are most valuable. And then it quickly falls, and then it plateaus for a while, and then it rises back up when the market runs out of them. But probably would not do that for a while. Let's type in Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt 130. Oh, I typed in 140. Great. 130. All right, Belly Bolt 130. Okay. This is Japanese. Wow, yeah, he definitely cheaper now. All right, you ready? Any tips to waking up early? I'm going to school too, but I hate waking up at 4:30 a.m. I have a problem where I can't sleep enough. So it's funny you should have trouble waking up and getting out of bed. I have a problem where I know I'm supposed to sleep for 7 to 8 hours a day, but my brain wakes me up like a bolt of lightning and says, get back to work, like that. It's like, you're going to be late. So it's a fascinating difference between our sleep cycles. I have trouble getting more than 6 hours of sleep. My brain really does not like to be asleep. It likes to be back to work. And you're trying to get yourself out of it. You know what that tells me? We have different levels of motivation. So my brain is either more incentivized or just more crazy about going to work. If you get really crazy about wanting to work, your brain will wake you up whether you like it or not. It'll be so anxious that you'll miss the work that it'll force you to wake up. It'll be like, get back to freaking work, bro. Your brain will do that. And that takes, I would say it takes a lot of passion, basically. So the reason maybe that you're struggling to wake up early for these classes is because you really don't care that much about them. Like deep down, you know what I mean? Like you care about you care about the concept of success. You care about, yeah, I want good grades. Yeah, I want to pass this course. I don't want to have to take it again. But you're not like, you're not like shaking with, I got to get back to it. I got to get back to it. You're not doing one of those. And I don't know what causes a person to be that way, but I'm struck with it. I cannot relax too much because I just want to get back to it. I really like working a lot, and I guess I've always kind of been that way. And so I have the opposite problem. So there are no Zubat 10s on the market. I can see a couple of them sold over 200. The last one looks like it sold like for 231. When did this sell? So I would say your biggest issue is actually just that you don't have motivation. Like if somebody was holding a gun to your head like this, like it's just on your head, and if you failed to wake up on time, he pulls the trigger, you'd wake up in sweats an hour or two early every night. And so it's like a what does your brain care about situation, and it might be the case your brain does not care about the work. So there's a Zubat right now in auction. I might wait till it ends before pricing this one. How much do you think my collection is worth if you just had to guess? Without a picture of your collection, I really could not guess. It depends on how much of it is graded, because a lot of the value is quickly determined by the grade on the cards. And then also, if it's ungraded, it's also determined by what it will grade. So if you have a lot of mint PSA 10 cards already, we can calculate the price like that with a picture. If it's ungraded, you need to actually get it all graded. Then we got a better idea what it's worth. Because much of it might grade 9 or 8. Maybe all of it grades 10. If it all grades 10, you could be rich. You're rich. Ivan Rodriguez is here. He says he would like the lovely Iona. You got it. Here you go. Ivan Rodriguez. For your sake, I hope it's worth a bunch. You got some good Cosmic Eclipse time period cards. Those have all gone way, way, way up in price. Gooning helps, says Hawaiian Rifleman. Oh my God. Ooh. I always had a really big burning passion to succeed. I think a lot of that comes from childhood sadness. I had a very bad childhood, and, you know, it just becomes a bad memory. And so when you have a memory of how things can be going wrong in the world, going wrong in your life, it's sort of like a monster behind you about to eat you all the time. And it really makes you get back to work. You go, all right, back to work so that nothing goes wrong. And that sounds maybe a little crazy, but it also works. So it's like if you grew up in a childhood where you didn't have enough money ever, you didn't have birthday parties, you didn't have anything, and everyone around you had those things. Later in life, you go, I want those things. You know, if somebody has a boat, I want a boat. I'm going to go get it. How do you get a boat? You got to earn it. You know, you got to go find something that's making money, and you got to go grind that grindstone, whatever it is you're doing. I happen to be lucky. I get to work on YouTube. But obviously there's some work that's put into this, you know. So, you know, I grew up as a child not getting pretty much anything I ever wanted. And so as an adult, I love working because I get to now buy stuff that I want. And I don't have to deal with that disappointment. And that disappointment is all too familiar to me. I'm very aware of it. Something just posted on the Feebase, but it wasn't any good. All right, so let's look up this Manectric. Manectric. Holon Phantoms. When you want something really, really bad, you will be surprised how good you get at working. Let's see. Like, I lived in a crammed little home. I shared one bedroom with 4 brothers, 5 of us in total, in one bedroom, and sharing one bathroom, by the way. And it was hell. It was so horrible. It was so horrible. Like, every day I was stressed. As a child, I was stressed every single day over it. And so now I have a nice home. I have a home that's like twice the size of my childhood home. I get my own master bedroom. So I get my own master bathroom too. And it's just like, and then there's 2 more spare bathrooms. And it's like, it's like I got the thing that I wanted as a kid, but I got it as an adult. So that'll keep you moving like crazy. If you could check Discord after your stream, that would be amazing. I'm going to head out because I got to do some work. You have a nice day, Mr. CS Man. I appreciate all the business, man. All right, let's see. So he probably sent me a picture. A Discord call. Let me see. There you go. Maybe just a picture or 2. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're about done, aren't we? It's 5:08. We got a nice, how long was this stream? It looks like it was about 3 hours. Where can I get a Machamp first edition Pokemon base set card? eBay. Zelle order. Oh, let me check the Zelles. My bad. Mr. Manuel D's. He says 2 Narutos. Ooh, Narutos. Okay. Yeah, you never really forget how bad things can be if you're not successful enough. And then that just keeps you moving all the time. You're like, you're happy to work even. 1 Nintendo pack. Okay. Okay, there's the Nintendo pack. And then $9, so can you write me down for shipping? So you would like me to write that you have shipping, but not actually use it yet? I can do that for you. Let me go get 1 more pack of the Naruto. We need a fresh box. I'll be right back. All right, here we are. Whew. I think this is why people who immigrate to America work so hard because they come from tougher situations than most people. And when you come from a tough situation, it makes you like, it gives you motivation, you know? It gives you a lot of motivation. All right. You have a natural motivation about you because you know what life could be if things didn't go very well. And you're inspired to sort of live it up a little bit, you know? Since you didn't get to live it up in the past. And to do that, you got to be successful. All right. Haha, beautiful. Oops, beautiful. You know, there's a lot of rich guys out there that are also worried that their children will become sort of like sickly Victorian kids, right? So there's a worry about if you know you're going to inherit millions of dollars, there is a concern that maybe you get a bit, it affects you in a negative way. Like maybe you get a bit lazy. I don't got to worry about all this stuff. I don't need to go out into the world and build my own, you know, empire of industry because I'm just going to inherit my dad's money. So, you know, dads get scared about that concept and they tell their kids, you're not getting a dime of it, you know? And so everyone kind of wants their kid to build. Ooh, that's so good. Look at that, Manuel Diaz. Beautiful Legend of Zelda logo here, guys. These packs are $5, 1989 Nintendo cards. So, you know, I think dads kind of want to push you out of the nest and they want you to be as hardcore as they were, and they want you to succeed. They want you to build something. They want you to be impressive. They want you to struggle. And they don't want you to assume that you're going to be taken care of. They want you to live dangerously a little bit, you know? And the more comforted and the more in a bubble you are, you may never build that sort of toughness characteristics that you get when life truly is very tough. So the immigrants come over and they're very tough because life was harder from where they were coming from. And they're ready to start businesses and be entrepreneurs and, you know, grind that grindstone and work really, really hard because they want that they're inspired and motivated. And maybe people who are sort of born into too much comfort, who are not kicked out of the nest at all by their mom and their dad, they kind of fumble and become, I don't know, maybe like Hikikomoris, maybe they become, I don't know, apathetic toward success, apathetic toward achievement, and they start looking more like for a comfort lifestyle. And I think that's what a lot of parents dread, especially if you had a dad who was very like hawkish or very sort of like, you know, he was a go-getter. They get scared that their kid will be too comfortable. It's an interesting thought. I think about these things. You go, ooh, I can tell you that tough childhood affected me a lot. I think it gave me a lot of what I needed to get that college degree, to talk to girls, to talk to managers, to ask for money, to ask for work. It gave me a lot of guts to go out there and just, you know, when you have a really, really, really bad childhood, nothing's scary anymore, you know? So it gives you that. Things aren't as scary anymore. And you're used to conflict. You're used to having to be tenacious or having to stand up to a problem. You get used to all that stuff. All right. Adversity creates greatness. Having everything handed to you creates entitlement. Yeah, or just sort of like I said, apathy maybe. Not necessarily entitlement, but maybe apathy. Maybe you sort of live in this ivory tower or this beautiful Victorian home and become a sickly Victorian child because you think, I got nothing to struggle for. Ironically, I've heard people can be very depressed from this too because you lack a sort of meaningness. You have meaningfulness. All right, Manuel D's. So you want shipping written down on your bag, is that right? Let's see. Pre-order shipping? Yes, Mr. Juna, let's write that down on your bag with the shipping. Sounds good, man. Appreciate the order tonight, man. How do you like the vertical stream, Mr. Juna? It's pretty strange, isn't it? I like the horizontal better for showing off slabs, but maybe I get used to working with just 3 slabs. And then we got to put something pretty up here that's not so ugly. Okay, this will say 825. All right. like that. Watch this. See that? Is that a little bit cleaner right away? Okay. Some kids I know have it all, but they still have the desire to become the best, and I think that is also good. Yeah, you're probably right, because that's a bit of a stereotype. Maybe it's even sort of like a dream of people who weren't born with any sort of like advantages, and so they just kind of imagine that kids who were born with smart, clever, hardworking parents, maybe they like to imagine, well, you're spoiled, you're not going to be as good as me. But that's that might be wishful thinking. Those kids might actually grow up to be extremely smart too, just like their parents, because guess what? Those genes get passed down. Not just that, but the parents are smart enough to read a book and say, hey, we don't want you to grow up spoiled. So, it's fascinating. We're talking kind of about socioeconomics a little bit, which is sort of like the study of how people move up and down hierarchies within society, and how economics relates to that. We're not really talking about it too closely, but a little bit. We're almost there. All right. It's like that episode with Naruto versus Neji during the Chunin exams. Yeah, during the Chunin exams, exactly. All right, guys, it's 5:15. I think we had a fantastic stream. I'm going to be wrapping up here, and we're going to find out what the numbers were for tonight's vertical stream. Tonight, by the way, was the very first vertical stream we've ever hosted for the nighttime. We've only ever hosted daytime streams. So this was a longer stream, and I'm anticipating higher numbers than before. Let's see how crazy it is. I'll see you guys for the Wednesday stream, and I hope you guys will be there. See you later, everybody.